Okay, Brian, what about you?
I need to read this book still, and I want to take another session learning follow trail.
Okay, follow trail.
So I'm not going to spend anything right now.
Sure. All right. So who's making notes today?
I hope it wasn't Jason.
Well, yeah.
Oh, was it?
I actually
Okay.
need to create
Might have
a new.
been.
Well, I guess technically it would be me. I just need to take a minute to get some paper and stuff.
Okay.
So,
Mike, you had created the notes for the session that we canceled already. If you just want to either rename those or whatever.
Oh yeah. Actually, I did. Thanks.
All right, give me a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, I went looking to see how much experience I got, and that was the first one. I just clicked on the top one, assuming it was the last one. And,
Okay.
all that. So.
Yeah. Because it was 23rd. Yeah. So I'm going to just quickly change the date. Here we go. Oh man, these meds are cool. Like seriously.
Yeah, it wasn't my back. It was something else. It was it was the my shoulder. I damaged that about a month ago, and they gave me a ton of muscle relaxers and anti-inflammatories.
Yeah.
Although I have a suspicion they probably give you better stuff than they give me for some reason. I don't know. I suspect that opioid addiction is less of a concern in Poland for some reason.
I'm not sure if these are opioid based, but they certainly feel like that. I have some kind of muscle relaxant here. It's
Okay.
Scudexa and Sirdalud.
Hmm.
They sound like something from Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
They also have different names, like depending on the country it's sold into.
Right.
Yeah.
Fentanyl.
Well, I know Brian doesn't have any kids, but I'm sure the rest of you can relate. When I got the bill for my second kid, I was looking at how much they charged us for the Percocet they gave my wife immediately after the labor, and I could have gone down to downtown DC and picked up heroin for less than what they were charging us for just the stupid Percocet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Seriously?
What were they charging for it?
It was something like $80 a pill.
Oh my god.
Are you serious?
See,
Yeah.
I get over that by never looking at what the itemized costs are. I just pay the bill.
They basically charge whatever they want depending on what type of blank check they're getting from what insurance. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, and
my buddy.
that's what they do. They negotiate these fees because they know insurance is going to cover it all. So they've negotiated fees with the different insurance companies, and so what they charge you based on what the insurance company will reimburse them for.
My buddy's daughter had she had hip dysplasia, and that's all they had to do was go talk to a specialist twice. Mm-hmm. He was in the military, so he has like VA.
Yeah.
And he got the bill before it was covered, but they essentially got $180,000 or $190,000 for 2 visits.
Yep. My
Seriously?
father was in a car accident.
Yeah. They charge it because they can.
Yep. My father was in a car accident not long before he died, and the cost to get him to the hospital was $90,000.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You can say a lot of stuff about Poland, but free healthcare, wow.
Oh yeah.
Communist did it right.
Well, John Stossel, who's a pretty libertarian pundit, did an interesting thing, I don't know, about a decade ago, where he actually called up, just kind of like pretending to be a patient, called up a bunch of doctors' offices and hospitals and said, I need to have whatever done. I don't have insurance. How much is that going to cost me? And they couldn't tell him because they don't actually know what these things cost.
Right. Well, that's just it. I think I told you guys that my son's prescription went from $10 a bottle of 30 pills to $130 a bottle of pills for the same exact thing, just because we switched insurance.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, so how much does this shit really cost? I'm assuming it's somewhere between $10 and $130.
Well, the pills that I've bought yesterday, you know, the ones that I'm taking now, they cost like 60 zlotys total, which is about $20, I
Yeah.
think, 20, 25.
I mean, that's what it should be. That's like, you know, you gotta pay something. you
Yeah,
know?
and-
Well, and part of
You
the
shouldn't have to
problem,
pay through the nose.
it's actually this is really terrible, but part of the reason it's so much cheaper there is because it's so expensive here. We actually subsidize everybody else's drugs because they can charge us crazy amounts for the to make up for the countries where they're not allowed to charge crazy amounts.
Yeah.
My mom's she gets immunotherapy treatment for cancer every 3 weeks, and she needs it to live, right?
Right.
And the pharmaceutical companies got a check for $30,000 each time.
Yeah.
Every
Oh.
3 weeks, $30,000 just to live. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like if she didn't have like Medicare, she'd be fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
well, I mean, yeah, that's just it.
yeah, but it's basically, you know, so in the States, if you don't have money, you can just lay in the ditch and die, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Sort of.
Okay.
They'll put you in debt the rest of your life.
There are a couple of, like, if you can't afford it, if you go to an emergency room, they have to treat you, and then you just squelch on the bill.
Okay.
You can do that, but for things like what his mother has to do, yeah, you basically couldn't get it. Yeah, I mean,
And what about
Because
the
it's not like an emergency thing. You'll die eventually, but
what about the university hospitals?
Oh no, those are the same as regular hospitals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that they work differently.
they have better doctors and equipment and stuff. But
Sometimes.
Okay.
yeah,
If you're a faculty member, it's good for you. My mom was chair of the microbiology department at Tufts Medical School, and they got great health care until recently. They had to change. They had to change their plans. But yeah, like when she fell and smashed her jaw essentially, and the dental school completely reconstructed her teeth.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, that's a lot of money. You know.
Yeah, well, that's just it. I think if they, well, I mean, maybe because she was chair of a department at a fancy medical.
No, because
school, maybe could afford
a friend of mine's wife worked at the University of Kentucky, and she was just a research person, and she got really good when they had kids. So, I mean, I think tends to be we can, because the universities tend to not pay as much.
it. Right, exactly. That was
Benefits.
one of the things. Exactly. That they do stuff like that where they give you good medical benefits or like free tuition at the school.
Yeah.
That was the thing. As I think, like, if I had gone to Columbia University, I would have gone for free essentially
Okay.
because both my parents worked there.
and I think they're more like on the cutting edge because like they have to be. They're like like teaching hospitals, so they have the latest procedures and everything. You know what I mean? Like the latest techniques of doing things. Like they're trying
The good ones anyway. The good ones
Yeah,
anyway.
like Duke Hospital here is like one of the best in the country for
Right.
the type of cancer my mom has.
Yeah, John Hopkins University is as well as
Oh,
another one of those. Yeah, that's just renowned, but it's and partially because it is a university. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably a good thing Jason isn't here today.
Yeah.
I think we might have offended his political sensibilities.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Okay.
So to catch you up to speed, Andrew, we encountered a vampire and we somehow did not all die.
Surprise! It was a vampire. We didn't even have weapons. We were like,
Yeah.
hey, let's go down in this unarmed. Oh shit!
Yes.
It's a blood dragon vampire.
And Michael tried to shame me about running away. I was like, "Fuck that!"
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's like, oh, you're a witch hunter, and running away. It's like I had no weapons. My armor's fucked. I was like,
I actually passed my terror test, and I'm like, nope, I'm still running. I'm going first, and I'm running.
that's right. And then I also still have the speed impairment from having my hip or my pelvis shattered.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry. I was like, sorry, Vincent. See you later, because he was frozen in fear.
And he got punched in the chest and got his organs all smashed.
Yes, well, the vampire just tore. No, he slashed him. He
used the
tore
fate point.
Yeah, he tore off his chainmail.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're still in the mausoleum. You're right after after the encounter with those horrible beasts, with a man named. Actually, he didn't really call himself anything other than a blood dragon, whatever that is. And before he had a chance to kill you all, a group of monsters descended from on high. Beasts that looked like, well, they essentially had bad qualities. They were like feral. They've subdued him, this feral creature of the night.
Oh, so the bat things attacked the vampire.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only reason we're alive. Yeah.
Yeah, and they've took him away from the crypt. They've only snapped at you a couple of times, but didn't hurt you in any way. So after that, you're left alone with unconscious Vincent. You have no weapons.
Why don't we have any weapons?
Because the
Blue
Bloods took him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're still. Oh, that's right.
We're still technically under arrest. We're just.
Oh yeah,
we're alive.
and you have found the chicken, along with many other dead animals who were.
The chicken is dead.
Yeah, the chicken is dead.
Yeah, I took the chicken carcass.
Rib chicken.
I think we need to talk about what we're doing because we can't just go back into towns describing what we saw.
Oh, really? Because that's exactly what I was going to do. I was going to.
I think they know. I think we were sent
going. Yeah, maybe. I was going to threaten horrible. Well, I've already been saying I want to burn the whole town down. Now I am going to demand my weapons back, and my plan was we're going to gear
burn
up.
The whole town down?
Well, yeah, actually, yes. But we're going to gear up, get some holy water, some stakes, all that good stuff from the temple, and then we're going to go to the von Speyers and burn their mansion down because they're obviously vampires. And then we're going to come back and destroy the entire village.
Just so you know, totally down with that.
Do we know what vampires are? Or
You've only heard folk tales, honestly.
Yes, my brief stint as a vampire hunter, I never encountered a single vampire.
Yeah.
I suspect it's one of those
Was this
things
thing
where
we just saw a vampire?
Sorry, come again?
I'm asking Leopold if he thinks this thing we just saw was a vampire.
Leopold is going to go out on a limb and say that was a vampire. He studied some necromancy and
really?
Stuff. Yeah, don't you remember? You allowed me to take a little bit of necromancy.
I know, just kidding.
I have to know my enemy.
Of course.
So
now you need to break out into a
whose
rage
family
against
crypt
machines.
is this?
Andy, what were you saying before?
I was going to tell Brian that I suspect that it's the kind of thing where we would kind of like the way where we know about vampires, and we know that like these people talk about vampires this way, and those people talk about vampires that way, and that's just kind of like the way vampires would be to us in the old world. Like we wouldn't know. Well, there's blood dragons and Lamia and von Karsteins. We might know the name von Karstein from the wars, but we would just kind of like, well, yeah, there are these things that suck blood, and there's a lot of different things, and lots of different weird folk tales we've heard about.
Yeah, like nothing specific about different bloodlines or anything, but the undead were one of the major enemies of Sigmar back in his day, and there were the wars of the vampire counts. Although they are, of course, now more than just nothing more than just like a folk tale, essentially. Unless you're
we would probably know the name von Karstein from the history of the wars.
Depends on the region, honestly. Mostly just vampires. because the wars were like 300 years ago, if I'm correct.
Well, I shouldn't have said probably. I should have said if we were to know any, it would most likely that be it.
Unless you're like
even then, we probably wouldn't associate all vampires being von Karsteins. It's like right. Franz is all emperors aren't named Karl Franz, right? So we would it's just like, well, that was the dude's name.
Yeah. Essentially, unless you're a scholar or a witch hunter or a priest, it's mostly it's just these things are used to scare children who are misbehaving, mostly. But of course, there are tales. People tell stories, about men with red eyes who only walk during the night, stuff like that.
Well, and I'm sure, quite honestly, because we're so superstitious, we would have believed in vampires.
Sure.
Just wouldn't know a whole lot about them. Same way you go ask a bunch of Christians what God looks like, right? Like they're all going to probably describe him differently, or her or it, whatever,
Or like my son asking me who that lady was when it was a picture of Jesus on the cover of the magazine.
Lady with a really nice bird.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Anyway, you are still underground. Vincent is barely breathing. What are your plans?
Okay.
I'm saying to Vincent, but I want to say, like, whose family crypt is this? Like, somebody new.
Well, von Speyer's, of course. I told you before.
Right.
Oh no, I'm making conversation with Leopold though.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, so and the other thing to remember is that we think there was something about the emblem that came in a flash to us. I think that when we got saved, whatever that heraldry that we can't identify yet. Remember?
Yeah.
By the way, roll for perception tests, everyone.
Okay.
Hold on, gotta move everything over.
Sure. Ryan passed. Andrew passed.
I have no idea what I wrote.
Sean. All right. Andrew, you have perception of 70.
I've bumped it. I've got a high whatever the high intelligence plus I've got the plus 10% for having bumped it up twice.
Okay. In that case, Lucas and Sally, you've spotted something interesting about the pale stranger's clothing. You remember just before he stood up and attacked you, the motif of the lion rampant. Rampant.
Mm-hmm.
Rampant.
Yeah.
Rampart is the part of the castle.
Ramparts. The motif of the lion rampant and essentially, the color of purple.
Mm-hmm.
It was his clothing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's what we thought already, but we weren't 100%.
Just so you know.
Because I remember you saying that his clothes were purple, and we had that scrap of purple from the crazy dude.
Yeah. So you're almost sure that this was a piece of cloth from his clothes. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
We found our chicken thief.
Mm-hmm. Great. Okay. And we were going. So this is evening still, right?
Yeah.
Or is it
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Late evening.
So we need to get Vincent out of here, and we need to get back to the village. We need to get all our stuff, and then we need to go to the scholar dude, and maybe he can help us with who. Well, or unless we just want to go and assume that it's the von Speers and go to their house, which is what I want to do anyway. But we need to go, and we need to ruin some people.
Yeah, Lucas is down. We'll just kill him first and ask him questions later.
Yeah, I don't know. And my plan is when we go to the administrator to get our weapons back, it's just like, I am the reigning authority now as a witch hunter, in this area, and you will do what I say or suffer the consequences.
Yeah, because I mean, I hate to say it, but I think, especially if we confront them like that and they're not, armed and ready for us, even without weapons, we could probably kick some ass.
I think we need weapons before we talk.
Well, we can go and we can rip up fence posts or whatever on the way there, so we have clubs in our hands at least, or we find sticks and branches to smack them with.
Is there anything in this crypt that we could use, like any old weapons or anything?
Yeah, well, the undead, the skeletons or other zombies, had rusty swords in their hands.
Okay, let's grab them.
All right. Well, of course they are of poor quality actually, so
That's fine.
Well, better than nothing.
Yeah.
It'll get us started. It's better than a tree branch.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
Because it's the very worst,
on
I'm
a
using it as a
step
club and it hits harder.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're making your way outside, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm walking slowly. I'm lighting my pipe. I'm not feeling good about this.
Okay. You're walking slowly, lighting your pipe. Sure.
What's Vincent doing?
Yeah, how are we? So he's completely unconscious?
Yeah, someone has to carry him.
Okay, so Lucas, help me carry Vincent out of here. We'll drag him up to the top. I think we should take him and stash him in the Temple of Sigmar.
That sounds like a really good idea.
Okay.
And get some holy water while we're there.
Yeah, if there is any.
Yeah.
Okay. You're making your way outside.
By the way,
yeah?
while we're doing this, Lucas is probably going to be telling whatever weird country folk tales about the undead he knows. That are, completely worthless, but he doesn't think they're worthless.
Okay. So if you sneeze 3 times at a ghoul,
Right.
he will disappear. Or,
Right. Think whatever backwoods redneck, kind of old wives' tales. Yeah.
Them
I heard that
undead
if you-
folk are mighty nasty today, yeah?
Yeah.
I heard that if you bathe in vinegar, the vampires won't bite you.
Oh, yeah, something like that. Actually. Well, garlic, of course, garlic is always like a sure thing about the vampire, right?
Right. But I figure being from Talbot land, he's going to be a little more country.
Yeah.
This is the kind of thing like I'm not going to sit here and make them up the whole time in the name of role playing. I mean, I can if you want me to.
No. It's cool.
I thought garlic was that foreign Tillian stuff.
Yeah.
Garlic eaters.
Yeah.
You can see on the map the road leading from the Garden of Moor to the village. When you're about halfway, traveling by that road, you suddenly begin to hear screams and roars coming from the direction of the village.
Great.
Yeah.
Is there? I want to look around and see if there's a place we can stash Vincent that we think we would be safe, because I think we needs to run.
You can see that you're essentially in the middle. You're on the road in the middle of a forest.
Is there like a ditch or some bushes we can stash him in?
Yeah, you can just.
We have the rusty weapons from the crypt, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try to drag him because we know where the old man lives at number 11 there, I think.
Yeah.
Let's try to stash him in old man Eisen's house.
Okay.
Should we stash him in the house where, if there's something coming, they're going to see a house, or should we stash him on the property?
I would think in the house, but that
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Brian, you're not on roll 20 right now.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh yeah, you were.
You
You are not any longer.
It says I'm still in.
Oh yeah, now you're.
there you are.
When you switched over to your porn tab, you accidentally.
Yeah.
No, I was actually going to Google Translate, get some Italian up.
There you go. Yeah, that was weird. It just you disappeared and then
So I have to be in the tab for it to.
No. I'm just teasing you.
But I have no idea why you weren't there and now you are there.
It's actually Andy who's on his Pornhub premium account right now.
I wish. No, I'm painting an elf.
Okay. So you're taking Vincent to number 11, right?
Yes.
And
As fast as we can.
okay, you're taking him as fast as you can. With each step closer towards the village, you can hear more and more screams, more and more roars, and the sound of essentially, well, fighting.
So,
Yeah.
so Leopold, where do you want to start the fire?
I was thinking the administrator's office. We need to get there to get our weapons.
By the way, what's the deal with the dwarf? Is he not with us now?
No, I don't think so. He is. I don't think.
Yeah.
When did he quit following us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. Let's take a look real quick at the thing. He did stop following us at one point, but I don't remember when that was.
It was the crypt, right?
Well, no, it was somehow it was after talking to the widow. I thought but I may be conflating. Let's see. Okay. All the sun with the old man. Okay, the buckets of black water.
I think it was somewhere in the village.
Okay, well, all I can tell you now is Lucas, thanks to his insanity points,
Yeah.
is probably going to find it awfully coincidental that the dwarf quit following us, and all of a sudden we got ambushed by a vampire.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
reasonable.
Yeah.
Causality, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He wasn't there, and then all of a sudden he was attacked by a vampire. Makes perfect sense.
and I'm going to assume he knew where we were going, whether he knew where we were going or not. You know.
Oh, Jason's
There's Jason.
here. Okay, let's make the call. Let's add Jason.
Oh,
I'm calling him. Okay. Oh man, those meds are pretty cool.
you know, so I take Lexapro for my anxiety.
I do too.
And
Yeah.
the first time I hurt my back or shoulder or whatever a couple of years ago, they gave me some muscle relaxers, and I keep the Lexapro and the muscle relaxers hidden so the kids don't get to them.
Yeah.
And somehow the order had gotten reversed, and I went like a week taking muscle relaxers instead of my Lexapro. And I couldn't figure out why. I was just kind of in this haze for a week until one day I went to take my Lexapro, and I mean, I'll tell you what, the Lexapro works great for anxiety, but I mean, because you know you're too high to care. You know?
Yeah. Jay, are you here?
Uh-oh.
No, he's not here. God damn it. Wait a second. Okay. Well, I'm calling him.
No worries.
Calling.
While we're waiting, Brian, are you going to be coming to Nova with White Metal Games?
I don't think I'm going.
Okay. Our registration was Friday night, so I saw they were
know there's people going though.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, you're traveling through the woods to number 11 or by the road?
I think we should stay to the road personally.
Okay.
I think we
That's
should take whatever's the fastest.
So road it is. Very well. You're making your way to number 11. Who's leading the way?
I suspect it would be Leopold and myself because we're the ones carrying. Vincent,
Hello.
Hi, Vincent.
Hey.
who
Hey.
I'm guessing is suddenly
Yes.
waking up.
He's suddenly waking
Ugh.
up. Yeah.
Sally thinks it's Gennaro.
No, but Sally, you can suddenly see Gennaro emerging from one of the buildings. He's dressed in white as usual, and he looks at you. Sally, you need to go. It's not safe here. And then he returns to the building and closes the door.
I pause in the road,
All right.
and I look from Gennaro to the rest of the group.
All right.
Who I'm guessing saw nothing.
Of course not.
You guys are going different directions than when Gennaro was.
I don't know. We didn't see him.
Yeah, I didn't see you. Huh?
No, but just like was Gennaro in the direction we're running in anyway?
No, he was in different person.
I'm gonna say, guys, wait. There's Gennaro. We have to get him.
I'm just gonna shake my head and smack Vincent in the face to help him come to. Not like like a beating, but
Yeah, I know. Just
yeah.
All right, roll for damage.
But the kind of light taps that you see in movies.
yeah.
I yell over my shoulder to Sally. Sally, Gennaro's gone. We've got to get to the sheriff's office and get our stuff.
I'm
I'm gonna flinch and reach for my sword and look around. Notice that it's daytime, right? Or
No,
Nope.
it's,
is it
Still night.
it's nighttime, and you don't have your sword.
Right. Here, Vincent. Here's this rusty sword we got you.
Where are we?
You're in
On
the
the
village.
on the road entering the village from the Garden of Moor.
So I reach
And-
for my sword. It's not there.
Because you don't have your weapons.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I reach for it anyway.
Okay.
It's still not there.
It's still not there. Yeah.
And I assume he can hear the sounds of battle and roaring and
Yeah.
terrified
You
screams.
can Vincent, you hear that something very bad is happening in the village. You hear a lot of sounds of combat, roars, like bestial, primeval roars, and men screaming and shouting.
All right. I'm starting my notes from here.
All right.
Okay. Oh, you taking over notes now?
Yeah.
I can. Yeah.
Everyone.
Okay.
All right. It's up
Everyone
to you.
roll perception. Yeah, Jason, take the notes from here, please.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I haven't gotten very much. I can
Thanks.
tell you later.
Thanks,
or
Sean,
send
by the
it to
way.
you. No problem.
Everyone rolls for perception.
Okay.
Of course, you had to ask me to do that while I was trying to paint an eye.
Well, sorry.
Yeah.
Perception. A. Where is perception? Perception. I am perceptive.
I percepted.
Tell you what, we could sure
Holy crap.
the elf I'm painting is Legolas. I kind of
Oh,
think
okay.
we could use Legolas right now.
Yes.
Are you going to add legs later?
Even though
Legolas.
Leopold hates
I-
every single elf he's ever met, he's hated.
Yeah, until you find one that's basically a god,
Yeah.
that can kill all our enemies for us.
Yeah.
Have you seen? Have you seen that Legolas?
Oh my god. Seriously.
Because they made Lord of the Rings
Right.
Legos. It was a legless Lego Legolas's lass, and then they showed like the lady elf next to him. It was pretty funny.
Okay. Anyway, you've spotted in the gloom monstrous shapes running from one building to the other. They're essentially all around you. Of course, not like right next to you, but they're here.
Do they look like the monsters shape the vampire, or can we tell, or do they just look?
They
are we far enough away that
they look like those things who took the vampire from the crypt. And here and there, as you're standing on the crossroads, not far from Alderman Eisen's house, you can see dead bodies lying on the streets. It looks like this village is doomed.
Alright, so are we armed?
Well, of course they're doomed. We were going to doom them. Are these
Yeah.
bastards taking away our ability to doom this village?
Yep.
We're not gonna let him get away with it.
Bitches.
Nope.
They're acting
acting-
for that.
They're acting outside our authority.
Well,
Respect my authority.
yep. So Leopold wanted to head for the sheriff's office to get our weapons back.
Okay, so
That's
you're...
complicated now, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's very complicated.
Yeah.
If you guys, well,
I still think that's the best course of action.
because we know. So the reason that Leopold thinks this, he's going to explain to you, time-consumingly. He just wants to go there because he knows his weapons are there. That's it.
Yeah, same here. At this point, I just want the weapons and I want to go. But
Yeah, pretty much.
Good enough reason
What-
for Vincent.
can we hurt? I don't even know we could hurt these things.
Well, we've got these rusty zombie swords.
Hey, we can give him tetanus.
Well, yeah, you have basically you have few weapons at you, but you know they're not very good, honestly. So you're planning on to
Hey,
get to
when they get an infection from it and die in like 6 weeks,
yes.
let's see how effective they were.
Yeah, we're trying to get to. I'm assuming we've been to the sheriff's office, number 17,
Yeah. Eight,
and that we
yeah.
and that we know that our stuff is there. Or we assume that that's where they're storing our stuff, not at the administrator's office is right next door to it.
Yeah.
Either way, we're going over there, assuming that our gear is there to get it.
Yeah.
I think we should stay off of the immediate road. Like, just get a little bit off the road.
I don't think there's any way to get off the road and actually get there. We're essentially gonna be running through the middle of town right now.
Yeah.
That's the quickest way. Run past the mill, across the bridge, past the
We
Temple of Sigmar.
Well, let's
Over the
sneak
river,
it.
through the woods.
Is that a creek or is that like a flowing river?
It's a flowing river.
It's a flowing river because it's got
Yeah.
a paddle wheel
Okay.
mill on it right there.
Yeah.
So let's sneak at least.
You can try and sneak.
Okay.
Roll for stealth.
What's the route we're taking? That might.
Well, we're essentially at 11 right now, and I was
Yeah.
thinking
Nice.
we'd go to the what is that? East of 10, and then around 14 to 18 to 17.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that
So,
seems like
we're all
correct.
rolling for stealth.
Yes. Those of you who want, yes.
I don't know if I want to roll for stealth.
Br-
I just want to get there, but
Brian
Oh.
passed.
Yeah, I don't have stealth, so
Half your agility then.
Ugh.
okay, hold on.
Nice. Sean passed.
I did not pass.
No.
I did not pass either.
Okay. Let's see if something will happen. Just let me check the.
Sally and Leopold sneak away as
Yeah.
Lucas and Vincent are devoured by vampires.
I'm still. Wait up, guys!
That's what I think happened. I think Lucas dropped you with me, and you're still perched on. We're standing out in the middle of the road, and there.
There you go. You're like,
Fortunately for you, those things were just too busy butchering the inhabitants of Holzbrook. Or is it Pfeifeldorf? No, it's Pfeifeldorf. Sorry,
Pfeifeldorf.
my bad. Essentially, you're making your way through the village that is being, well, torn apart. You see in the gloom silhouettes of frightened men and women running back and forth, of giant beasts who are like leaping on their backs and just tearing them apart. You know, a few of the villagers and Blausblut are trying to put up a fight, and here and there you can hear swords. You know, the clashing of swords against claws of men shouting defiance in the face of death. Yes.
If we come across any bodies of
yeah.
like the defenders,
yeah.
I'm swapping weapons out.
Okay, so you can roll for perception if you wish.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Everyone. can
Leo.
roll. Yeah.
Nah, Leo's making a beeline. He doesn't care about weapons from other people. He wants to get to where he's going. He's not stopping.
Okay. Andrew passed. Who else is making this? Brian passed. Nice.
I think I'm in the same mindset of Leopold.
Okay, so Vincent, roll.
Same mindset of Leopold. I'm just
Yeah,
moving
he's
straight.
not-
Oh,
okay.
sorry. Okay, Andrew, you've managed to snatch a spear from the hands of a dead man. Brian, you found yourself a hatchet, like a small, woodcutter's hatchet that belonged to some
A
anonymous.
dead woodcutter.
Yeah, to some.
So I have a hatchet and just another rusty hand weapon.
Yeah, to some anonymous man who got his throat torn out. There's blood everywhere. Meanwhile, Vincent and Leopold are just beelining towards number 17.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, you are approaching the office of the not the administrator, I think, because it's number 18.
Yeah.
Bailiffs. No, actually,
Yeah.
you need to go to steward's office. So it's number 18. Number 17.
Okay, is that where it is?
Yeah.
Okay, because 17 is the sheriff's office.
Bailiff, yeah, bailiff.
Yeah.
Oficina del Alguacil.
Yeah, I translated it because I have no idea what that meant.
Yeah, okay. As you approach the number 18, you can suddenly hear shouting, from the building. Halt! Who goes there? No, not a single step forward, or we will shoot.
Say, you rat bastards, open up the door and give us our weapons so we can defend this stupid town.
I want to hide behind the nearest object, expecting a bolt to come out of a window.
Okay. Arnold, I think these are the men that we stopped on the road. What's that sound?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm trying to get a computer model to stand and it gives.
Yeah, well, it's kind of loud. Thanks. Sorry. Arnold, I think these are the men who we stopped on the road. Oh, damn. Alright, let them in. And you can hear that someone opens the gate. Hurry up! Hurry up!
We have 2 more coming in behind us.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're like, a few meters behind you, so...
Oh, okay. They caught up.
Yeah. You entered the location number 18, the small area just right outside the office. You can see that there are at least 6 Blausblatt here, including Arnold Schade and Wendell Ott, as well as a couple of frightened villagers. All of the Blausblatt, of course, are armed with crossbows and their, usual assortment of weapons like pistols, rapiers, that kind of stuff. Arnold looks at you gravely. Good thing you are here. These beasts, they came out of nowhere. We don't know what's happening. They are butchering the villagers, but there are not enough of us. I've sent some of my men into the village to help, but I'm afraid that it's already too late. We need to defend.
Give us our
Damn
weapons.
right, it's already too late.
Yeah, give us our weapons now.
We need to defend this place. You will answer to my authority. And
Give us the weapons.
Lucas looks at him like with a look that basically says, "Yeah, you keep telling yourself that."
Yeah.
Well, he looks at you with a look that basically says, "Obey me now." Am I make myself clear? He asks.
Crystal clear. Where are the weapons?
He looks at you with a sidelong glance. He looks at the rusty sword, that you're holding. All right, Wendell, get those men inside and give them their weapons back. Okay, Arnold, I will, says Wendell. Follow me, please. He asks all of you, and then he leads you inside the building.
Okay. When he gets us to our things, then I'll spring whatever it is that I need to remember from the notes about about his note to so and so. Once we get away from everybody else, because he was the one who sent the letter to the guy we found dead, right? Or the guy who died, the guy who was murdered.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Supposed. Yeah. Where is that in there? Okay, I'm confused.
It's handout number 7.
Okay, that was what it was. I was looking for it in the notes, but it's
Yeah.
it's just
It's in
a
the
handout.
handout section.
Okay.
It's called Vendo Odds Letter.
Right.
Vendo essentially leads you to a room with a couple of chests. He opens them. Inside those chests are your weapons.
Uh-huh.
And he just points at them. Take your stuff if you wish.
Okay, so let's grab our stuff, and I say, Herr Ott.
Yes. By the way, you can still hear the shouts, screams, roars, and you also think that they are getting closer to your location. But
I
yeah,
want to hand the guy the dead chicken as I start putting my weapons back on.
he looks at this chicken. Get this away from me. And then he looks at you, Leopold. Huh?
We found your letter to Lennart.
No, it's not to Lennart. It's to Casper.
Oh, to Casper. Sorry.
Is this the right person we're supposed to be speaking to?
Oh, I've spoken to Lennart. Sorry. Yeah. So, found your letter to Casper. What is it that you know about the heraldic research?
What?
You set up a meeting between Casper and Lennart for researching something about a piece of ancient heraldry. What do you know about it?
Yeah, Casper wanted to learn something about it, and he asked me. So I've spoken to Leonard van Speyer, and he allowed him the use of the library in their manor. What about it?
Well, it appears that that's what got him killed.
Okay. Well, all right.
He was murdered, Wendell.
It's horrible. It's a horrible thing, but I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot more people are being murdered right now.
Yes, well, you're responsible for that.
No, are you insane? How am I responsible for that?
Well, you started this whole thing.
How?
Lucas is gonna be muttering in the background. He's either dumb or dense.
Well, he doesn't. He's not especially bright. You can see that.
Yeah, he's still gonna say that. I mean, it's
all right. So I start. I guess. I say in thieves' tongue to Sally, "Let's go kill this blue blood asshole and get out of here."
I think getting out of here is going to be difficult. I say that in thieves' tongue.
Vendo,
I just take my stuff and go back out there.
Yeah, Vendo looks at you, just dumbfounded, and then shrugs his shoulders and returns outside to Shade and the rest of his men.
I say in thieves' tongue, we have to survive the night, and then we can make other decisions.
Okay, I say you wanna wait till the morning and then beat it.
Well, isn't that how vampires work?
I guess. I thought we'd just leave now. Try to sneak out like we did the last time.
What's the old joke about when you and your buddy see a bear, you don't have to outrun the bear, you just have to outrun your buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
pretty much. Of course, then watch me roll like a fumble.
Yeah. So you make your way outside. Vendo is speaking to Shade about something, and they both look at you as you emerge. When suddenly one of the Blausblut, who was positioned near the entrance, shouts, "They're coming!" Shade swears, as does a couple of his men, and they ready their weapons. Prepare yourselves, man. This is it. And from beyond the gate, you can hear like the sound of many claws approaching you. Just pounding the ground, running towards you. and you can
Alright.
hear snarls, roars, and the strange hisses.
Great. I'm still
have-
very wounded.
Yeah.
I have hatchet in one hand and dagger in the other or whatever my main weapon is. Armor on.
Yeah.
Hatchet and dagger
All right.
ready for
That-
parry.
Can Leo try to post up at a window with his crossbow and fire off his last remaining bolts?
Yeah. You
Nice.
return to the building, and you position yourself near the window. Is that right?
Okay.
What's this
That's yeah.
return to the building? I wasn't planning on leaving the building.
Well, I think what he's saying is because it's a complex. We were in that little building to the side.
No. I mean, okay. So you're inside the building number 18, right?
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know where we were in relation to various things, but I'm assuming. I didn't know we went outside. I thought we were all inside the building.
Yeah. Yeah,
No.
I'm not going outside where things that can fly can drop down on me.
All right.
Yeah, I'm also going to yell to the closest brigand if they have any powder,
Keep it dry.
black powder.
I was going to say snort it.
They don't really take notice of you, essentially. And it's and by the way, Vincent, you can only croak really because you've
Right.
been severely hit in your chest, so it's like
I was gonna say, how many wounds do you have right now?
12 out of my total 15.
Oh well, so you're not totally. Oh, yeah, I mean that. So you have 3 left, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Ow. Okay. Yeah, that's not good.
oh, so you're on 3 wounds, right?
Yeah,
You
it
should have a
depends on how
healing
you count up or if you count down.
Okay.
I can take 3 more wounds before I'm at 0.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
You have a healing salve, right? Or healing potion.
I don't think have we figured out how to actually use those yet?
Yeah, but he's heavily wounded, so
Cells require medicine skill
Yeah.
and they take some time. Healing droughts are like instant heals, and I don't see that I have any of that. Let me check.
I have a healing potion.
it would only
We
heal,
bought some before we left town, or somebody gave us some.
It would only heal a single point of his damage,
Yeah.
essentially.
Well, I'm at 3 now, so is it 3 or less is critical?
No, 5 or 5 hit points or more is lightly wounded, and I think below that you're heavily wounded, if I recall correctly.
Oh, I thought it was like, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, the Blausblut actually remained outside. That's pretty funny, but yeah. And
I noticed you said that in past tense.
yeah, and suddenly you can see that, when you're looking through the windows, you can see that giant misshapen things scale the walls and jump down. The Blausblut fired a couple of bolts towards them, and judging by the squeals and yelps of pain, some of them even hit home. But these things, they're not stopping. They're simply, tearing into them. And soon it turns into an all-out combat. Suddenly, you can hear something thumping above you on the roof, and then there's this loud crash, and 2 things jump down right into the middle of your room. The things are bestial. They're essentially your worst nightmares given flesh. They have this bluish grayish skin, which is which looks really like unhealthy. They're thin, very thin, but also you can see that their muscles are like whipcord, under their skin. They have long ears, long fangs. They're completely hairless, and their eyes are smoldering red. There are patches of fur covering their bodies, but the worst things about them are their claws. They're long as daggers, or maybe even short swords. They look at you and they howl. And now it's time again to roll for fear. Everyone.
What's that?
Willpower.
Willpower.
There's two of
Ooh, I
them.
passed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Lucas passes. Vincent passes. Leopold passes. Sally, you're rooted to the ground with fear.
He's standing in a puddle.
Yeah, no, only if he would have, like, if he rode a batch.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I guess if you watch the test, pissing yourself is probably not that bad.
Yeah. In that case, we shall roll initiative. It's D10 plus your agility. These things have in that case. Okay. Sally,
Plus
6.
agility.
Wait,
At a 46 minus 5. 41.
41. Okay, so it will be like these things, Sally, then it will be Leopold, then it will be Vincent. Lucas. Vincent, how much agility do you have?
I have 44 agility, plus 2 minus 5 for male.
So you're last. Okay.
Okay.
Now to be completely fair and not take any sides. Let's see.
I'm just hoping that the blue bloods get murdered.
Lucas, one of the things jumps towards you, slashing,
Okay.
and the other one jumps towards Leopold.
Of course he does.
They're not charging. There's not enough room, so it's a simple case of advance and attack. The things howl with bloodlust, and you can see that they've already taken probably more than one life tonight because their mouths are covered in blood, and so are their claws. Lucas, the first one slashes towards you, but you deftly dodge the attack. You were standing close to the wall, and essentially the claws simply tore the wall apart with their strength. Leopold, your beast goes for your hand. You can dodge or you can parry. I just need to see if this thing has unstoppable blows. No, it does not. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna try to dodge. I'm just looking to see where that is. There it is.
Okay. Nice. Just in time, you've managed to avoid the attack. You would be. This thing would probably, tore off your arm.
Yeah.
By the way, does anyone have any minuses to their agility, stuff like that? Because I seem to recall that few of you had. I need to
Just the armor.
I need to check my
and
notes.
I believe
I
that's
guess
Minus
Leopold,
5 or anything?
Leopold, you have minus 10 to dodge from.
I believe I do.
Yeah, but you've passed anyway. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Because you've rolled 21, 63. Yeah, so you're essentially dodging on 53,
Okay.
right?
I got
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. Because how much agility do you have?
My agility is. My agility is 53, but I think I had an extra 10%, because I'm showing it at 63%.
So you probably have a dodge plus 10.
Yeah, I'm just looking for it right now. Yeah, I have a plus 10.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, so it's just down to my normal agility then.
Yeah, so you managed to dodge the attack. Now we have next one in initiative is Brian. Brian, try to overcome your fear. Roll for willpower. Nope, you're still terrified. After that, we have Lucas. Lucas, one of the beasts, is trying to give you a bad time.
Yeah, I've got 2 attacks. It's been a
Yes.
while. I can't remember how all that works. Do I make them both now or one at the end?
You make them both now. The second one is made with -10%.
Okay.
modifier.
I've got to dodge, and I'm only fighting one of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and do 2 regular attacks then.
Okay.
So the first one hits.
No, wait. You can okay. It hit. It hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're making swift attack, like an attack after an attack, right?
Yes.
Okay, because you can make attack. You can only make a single attack action. So in that case, you are making a swift attack, which is the first attack is normal, the second -10.
Right.
Okay. The thing will of course try to dodge. You're slashing at it with your axe, and it does manage to dodge. It did manage to dodge. Okay.
So then the second attack now?
Yeah, -10.
Okay.
Go for it.
No.
You're slashing like crazy with your hatchet, but this thing, despite its bulk, it's extremely fast and agile. A horrible creature of the night. A fiend! And now it's Leopold.
All right.
Leopold, show them Sigmar's justice.
Yeah. So I'm holding a crossbow, of course, and I'm now engaged in hand-to-hand combat with this thing.
You can't fire a crossbow in hand-to-hand.
Right. Okay. So I also have two attacks.
Yeah.
So would that be? Can I draw my weapon and make an attack, or is it just I draw my weapon and that's it?
Do you have fast draw?
I do not.
So first of all, you need to drop your crossbow as a free action.
Right. Okay.
The crossbow falls to the ground. Then you need to draw your weapon. It's a single action, and then attack.
Okay. So my second attack, my second action would be that attack.
Yes. One action for drawing the weapon, the second action for attacking with it.
Okay.
Okay.
So attacking with my Gladius.
Yes, the Gladius is a better weapon than most, so you know.
Zoinks.
Nice. You've slashed at the thing. It will try to dodge. It managed to dodge just in time to avoid the silver steel. What's that sound in the background?
Oh, you can hear that? Yeah, I'm crafting.
What?
I thought I had it on mute.
No.
I think he's on some kind of speakerphone, and you're getting echo back.
Okay. Right. After that, we have Vincent.
All right, I am going to, unless one is closer to the other, I'm going to attack the closest. And if they're the same, I guess I'll go after Leopold's target.
All right, no worries. You can do that. You're slashing at Leopold's target. You have plus 10%.
Yep. I'm going to do swift attack on a muster the strength I have, shield and sword in hand, and lunge at this thing.
Yeah, you can feel that Masamune is hungry for this creature's blood.
Right. Okay, that's a hit.
Okay, it already dodged, so it won't be able to do that second time. Roll for damage.
Alright. Damage is... Shoot.
Our Fury.
That's just a D10, right?
D10 plus your strength.
Okay. Sorry, getting systems mixed up.
No
Alright,
worries.
so that's 9 total.
9 total. Alright, you've slashed at the thing. You've opened up a gash in its torso. It howled in pain, but, well, it's, still standing.
Second attack.
Yeah,
That's a hit.
go for
All
it.
minuses included.
Yeah,
8. Alright, so that's 12 total.
12 total.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have strike mighty blow.
Okay. So
So-
13.
So 13, and then the other one was
Yeah.
plus 1.
Okay, so yeah, the second attack was made with a much stronger force, and it made this thing to howl even louder. Nice. Now it's their turn, and this thing is trying to essentially rip you to shreds for the pain that you caused it. It slashes at you. First attack went completely off. Second attack goes towards your head, Vincent. Are you parrying or dodging?
I will. Parry with my shield.
All right. Nice. You've managed to block the attack. Lucas, your beast.
Mm-hmm.
It goes towards your head as well.
Okay.
Parry or dodge?
Hold on a second. Let me see. What's parry is weapon skill.
Yeah, dodge is
and
agility.
dodge is agility. My weapon skill is way better.
Yeah.
If I parry, how does that affect my attacking?
It does not. But do you have a weapon in your offhand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Remember, I said a hatchet and a dagger.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does. It
I'll
does
parry
enough.
it then.
All right. Nice. You've parried the first attack. Not without difficulty, but still. However, this thing is still slashing at you like crazy. Fortunately, its second attack, goes completely, off.
Okay.
You are all surrounded by a storm of claws and teeth, but you are fighting back. And now it's Sally, and his feeble tries to snap out of it. Sally, snap out of it, please. Right, nice. You've managed to, to throw off the shackles of fear, but it means that you'll be able to act normally next turn. Now we have Sean.
Yes. All right. So I think I neglected to pull my dagger last time.
Yes, you did.
So I think I will, with one action, pull out the dagger to be able to parry, and then with the other, attack the one in front of me.
All right.
With the-
You're pulling your dagger and slashing at this thing with your sword. You have plus 10 for the assist from Vincent.
Nice.
Nice. It will try and dodge. And manage to dodge.
Damn it.
Lucas, you're up.
Okay. Let me ask a question. Can
Yeah.
I do an all-out attack since I
You
don't
can.
need to dodge anymore? And can I do that with 2 attacks? How does that work? Can I do both?
No, you can do an all-out attack, a single one, but you won't be able to parry as well.
Right, but they're not attacking again, so.
Well, yeah, but they will be next turn. They will be.
Oh, so
before
I
you.
won't be able to parry next turn.
Yeah, until your next turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I'm just going to do the same swift attack.
Great.
Yeah.
Swift attack the bastard.
Okay, the first one
Yeah.
missed.
Second one.
Second one missed.
No.
Damn.
You are slashing at it, but it's avoiding your attacks.
I'm saving my luck for defensive purposes.
Yeah. And now we have Vincent.
Okay, Vincent feels the strength coming back to him, although perhaps temporarily, and
Yes.
he lunges towards the beast again with the swift attack. So
Great.
first attack. Is it hit?
Nice. No, it won't dodge because it's already dodged. Okay, roll for damage.
5 plus 5
10.
is 10 total.
Alright. So it's like... Okay. Good. Next.
Alright, second attack.
Hey, Brian, you're not on mute.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing anything.
Oh,
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of like banging in the background. I assume that was you working still.
No, I was just clicking my mouse. That's crazy.
This was like doors being shut or something. Oh well.
Oh, really?
Oh, my
I
wife.
didn't hear that.
Yeah, that's in another part of the house.
I didn't
Did
hear
anybody
it.
else hear that?
No,
okay.
I've actually heard that as well, but now it's gone.
Okay.
Okay, let's keep it that way.
All right.
Right.
So that should be a hit.
Yeah.
Second one's a hit, yeah.
And ooh, nice. So that'll be a 11 plus 1 is 12.
12. Okay. Right. All right. You're essentially slashing this thing like crazy. It howls in agony, and right. And well, what these things are doing is that they're essentially just run away. They turn away, and they're smashing through the wall behind them, and they just run into the night from you.
Just like an animal.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to continue that with you. When they see the prey isn't easy, they don't care anymore.
Yeah. So you're left all alone inside the building. When you look outside, you can see that the Blausblut also were victorious, although some of them have fallen. There are only 3 of them standing. And most of the people who were in the courtyard are also dead or heavily wounded. And you can hear that all around the town, the sounds of fighting are beginning to quiet down.
As all the people have been murdered.
Or the beasts have been turned back. You're not sure exactly which one is the case. What now?
I'm going to stay holed up in here. That's
Okay.
what my plan is.
Yep. Barricade the hole in the wall and pick up the crossbow and wait for dawn.
Okay.
I want to fall to one knee as my adrenaline starts to leave me and all the pain comes back.
Yeah. Yeah. And it does come back. But fortunately for you, as you are joined by the remaining Blausblut, Vendo, Arnold, and one more, and you're all waiting for dawn, it does eventually arrive. And, well, the village, or what's left of it, is still standing. At dawn, a man, surrounded by, well, actually escorted by 4 Blausblut, arrives at your place. He's a nice-looking man, essentially, decent-looking man. He's got this immaculately, kept mustache. He's young. He is actually very, very handsome. He shakes Shad's hand and Vendel's, as well as the 3rd man, whose name is Marius. You've learned that. And then he looks at you and he introduces himself. His name is Lucas von Speyer. Hello there, I'm Lucas von Speyer, the heir to von Speyer family. Now the only heir, unfortunately. My brother Lenhard died in the attack last night. Arnold, I'm glad to see you in good health. Me too. I'm glad to see you in good health, Lucas. Shame about Lenhard. Yes, very shame. It's a damn shame, says Lucas.
Is Lucas the youngest one?
You think so? Yeah.
Okay, so Lenhart was the one who was the jerk who ran down the old man or whipped him or whatever.
Whipped him, yeah.
Okay.
He was hated by the whole village, by the whole of the village, and Lucas is essentially loved by the whole village. Unfortunately, my father also died in the attack. When those beasts started howling, his heart finally gave out.
I say to Sally in Thieves Speak, of course he did.
In Thieves Speak, I say careful.
Well,
Saturday,
as you're saying that, Lucas von Speyer looks at you and, well, please, you can speak freely. You don't have to use this strange language. I'm actually in your debt, mine Eren. You've helped you're helped in defending my village. Thank you for that.
If you want to finish defending your village, you'll bury these bodies.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. We're going to burn them, actually. Make sure that they're nothing more than ash. Anyway,
Well, let's get to it then.
No.
I was gonna say what are these corpses may all become vampires. What we need to stake them through the heart and and then burn them.
After cutting off their heads.
Yeah.
You can see that a couple more Blausblatt arrived. They're entering through the main gate. All of them show signs of fatigue and actually being wounded, but they're still standing. Thank you, Miner, but I think we'll manage now. You can actually be on your way. My man here.
You said you were indebted to us. What sort of debt?
Well, the sort that I am going to let you go freely, of course.
I just start gathering my things.
Yeah.
Do any of the dead? I lost my mail. Do any of the dead have any salvageable armor that I can claim as a debt?
Same here. Like, yeah, you guys messed up our armor. We need to fix it.
Falsely accused us.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not making that approach. I'm actually making a very kind of passive. He's not going to need this anymore. May I claim this type of thing as a debt?
Actually, no. You can't, because those things, they belong to Blausblut, and they are members of the noble caste, which means that their armor will be returned to their families. An heirloom of true heroes who help defending the village. And as I
They
said,
not wish their brethren in battle to carry on with their own equipment.
no, they do not.
I don't think we're considered their brethren, as I think where he's going with that.
Well, you are, like I said, you are heroes of Pfeifeldorf, and we will remember you in song. And I will even order to build a statue in your honor. It will stand in some place. Doesn't matter. But like I said, the debt that I will now pay is to let you go freely, because Zacharias told me that you're actually all wanted men, according to the posters.
Songs and statues don't pay our debts.
Yes. No, they don't. But being a free man, you can actually, earn enough coin to buy yourself a new mail.
Lucas is running the odds on whether or not we could kill them all. What are those odds?
Like,
I think we had a better chance last night. We should have killed that one guy, but I think it's too late.
yeah, well, there are like 10 men total, including Schade, Wendel, and Speyer, who actually looks like he looks the best of them all. It's clear that he hasn't saw any combat, or very little of it. Actually, he's not even grimy.
Okay. So those odds are low.
Well, it depends. You can try. Who dares wins.
Yeah, I mean, aside from my armor being messed up, the Leopold would consider it, but because Vincent is so messed up, he doesn't want to risk Vincent getting hurt.
Yeah.
Let's
And we haven't
just
slept all night.
let's go back to what's his face as we leave town to give him back his book and get our deposit back, and let's get out of this
Yeah.
place.
Now that the
And have we gotten the book back from the Bretonian girl?
I don't think
Probably
so.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get that book back too.
I
Assuming
still have to
library
read my
finds.
What?
assuming that the guy survived.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If he didn't survive, then I guess we're not getting our. Well,
Well,
you aren't
that would
getting
work out
your
perfect
45.
that
Oh,
worked out
we're getting our
perfect. I haven't
deposit
read
back.
mine.
What?
I said that would work out perfect because I haven't read mine yet.
Yeah, let's go back and see if he's still alive, and we'll do those returnings, and maybe we can see if he can make an offer to keep a book or two for the sake of the village. And
Mhm.
and since all the other of the nobles have consolidated, I would like to ask if they have some powder and shot for our ways, for our travels, since mine was wet from the last incident.
I think we might also want to try to get some traveling food too.
Yeah, and that was the other reason why I wanted to speak with the book owner, because we know that his food is in better shape than the inn's. Well, at least that's Vincent's view of it.
Oh, because the guy was coughing in it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're making your way, escorted by 4 members of the Blausblut, who make it clear that it would probably be best for you to just leave town as quickly as possible. You make your way
We're
towards
trying.
towards number 20, right?
Well, do we need to?
We need to stop. We need to stop and find the Bretonian girl first.
Oh, so it's, I believe it was number 16.
Isn't it 19?
No,
and
19, sorry.
Yeah, so it's all kind of on the way.
Yeah.
Oh, well, was she there or was she at number 8? I forgot.
No, she was there.
Oh, okay. Well, it says she. Okay, it says she. I guess she lives in number 8, but she works at 19.
Yeah. You can see that the wet whistle managed to withstand the attack. The patrons and the owner used makeshift barricades to keep these things out. And there's even a single corpse, of the beast, laying outside with like a half dozen crossbow bolts in it. So they did pretty well, all things considered. And the owner is Martin Kleinschrott, together with his son. They're busy repairing the damage done to the inn. Of course, Kleinschrott is coughing heavily, while his son is just trying to be as far away as possible from his long coughing father.
I want to stay outside and just sit on the step.
Yeah.
From a distance, I'm going to ask if the girl, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head, is around.
Her name is Francine Arouet.
Yeah.
Francine, yes, she's inside. She's helping in tending the wounds of the villagers. Get inside,
Okay.
miner.
All right. Well, he's gonna go inside and look for her and ask for the book back.
Yeah, you can see that the girl is indeed inside, and she's helping in the treatment of villagers. The inn has been transported into a makeshift field hospital, and people are lying on the tables. Few of them are dead. You can see that already. Those few villagers who know the arts of medicine are treating them as best as possible. The girl looks at you. She's got this haggard look on her face. Oh, oui, yes. Here's the book. Oui, take it, and now please.
All right. Thank you.
Leave me alone. I need to help this
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. He's gonna take it and leave.
Yeah, you're leaving, and you're making your way to number 20, right?
Yeah, I think that's where we borrowed him, right?
Yeah. Okay. As you approach number 20, you can also see that the building has withstand the assault. Actually, it's almost clear that the beasts didn't even approach it. There are no signs of trouble, perhaps because it was so far away from the rest of the village. However, as you approach, the the steward, one of the servants, emerges from inside, holding a blunderbuss. "Who goes there?" he says, clearly shaken from the whole thing, with the monsters. "Stop or I'll shoot!"
No need to shoot us. We're just returning Herr whatever his name is.
It's you. It's you.
Gephardt's books.
Very well. Please wait here, he says. And he then disappears inside. And soon he returns with Gebhardt, who's also very pale looking, very he's still shaking essentially. "Oh, hello there, my Aaron. Oh, thanks, Sigmar. You're alive. That means you have my books. I have your money right here. Here, take it." And he orders his servant to return your money to you while also taking the books, both books, Sally, from you.
I just kind of shake my head and hand him the book. I just want to get out of this town.
Yeah.
Did you guys want to buy food from it? See if he had any provisions to spare, so we can have something to eat on the road.
Yeah.
He offers to sell you provisions.
Yeah, that's.
Yes, I can part with some of my victuals actually. How much food do you want? Essentially, each of you can buy rations for, let's say, 4 days for a silver shilling.
Okay.
We'll take it out of the war chest.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
How
only,
much money was?
What?
We gave him money, right?
Yeah.
We gave him 45.
Okay, yeah,
45
32.
gold.
Yeah. Okay, so we got all that back.
Yeah.
So 1 shilling each. I got it.
Yeah, as far as the gold goes, I thought a portion of it was Lucas's. I don't remember.
It was Lucas's.
Oh, it was all Lucas's? Okay.
32 of it was from the war chest.
Okay.
Vincent's going to say, "Mein Herr, the battle took much from us. Would you happen to spare a few shots?" And I kind of gestured to the blunderbuss, knowing that he would have it for our journey out of town.
Roll for fellowship.
Then I have etiquette as well. Fellowship is... Okay, that's fellowship. No.
He says that unfortunately of the shot and gunpowder is in that blunderbuss right now. Which is probably a fucking lie, but what are you going to do?
All right, let's beat it, fellas.
Be there.
I don't remember this name of the name of this town, and I don't care to ever return anyway. So
Yeah.
It's Pfeifeldorf. Yeah, and with that, you return to the road, which is right outside Gephardt's house, and you travel east, just like Sigmar did all those centuries ago. Now let's make a quick break, okay? I need to
Sounds good.
drink a cup of water, or I'm going to faint.
Yes, you should do that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go get some food or something.
Great.
Yeah, I'm going to grab some
Back in a
food.
minute.
Who's here?
I am back.
Okay, I'm back.
Nice. I'm also here. Andy, do you have all the black books for Horus Heresy?
You mean the limited edition ones? That they just put out, the black covered ones?
Yeah.
I just picked up the first one. Oh! I'm sorry, you're talking about the big tall ones from Forge World.
Yeah.
I have just 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
I'll pick up. They're so expensive that I only pick them up from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah, they
And
are expensive.
they come to a local con we have here,
Yeah.
and I've been picking one up there every year.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I'd gotten the first one right when it came out, but 2 and 3 I picked up that way. Just yeah, like I said, they're so good to read, but they're so expensive.
Yeah. I only have number 2. I would just, like to have them all, but
Yeah, I mean, at $80 to $120 a piece, that's just
yeah, that's crazy.
yeah.
And now they're even more expensive because they are, they've removed them from sale.
They've stopped selling all of them?
Yeah, because they're going to be. Sorry, they're going to be in soft cover, I think.
Mm.
You can't buy them anymore. Only the red ones with the rules.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah, I probably would have picked up more if I'd known they were going to do that, because I picked up the 2 Bad Ab War books when they went out of print
Yeah.
at like half price. Oh, that was total. They were worth it at full price, and I wish I had known that because they were really good.
I've only read the PDFs of Bad Ab War. It's pretty nice, but Heresy is where it's at. For me, at least.
Right now, I'm so my kids are finally at an age where I can start doing a little bit of gaming with them.
Okay.
And so I'm painting up all the stuff from the board games right now. I'm in a big fit of that.
Yeah.
I am literally painting the Hero Quest heroes right now because I've finished all the bad guys. But I'm doing the heroes and furniture now, as we speak, so that we can do that. And then after that, it will be finishing off Space Hulk. I have the Gene Stealers all done. I just need to do the Terminators.
Okay.
And then after that, it will probably either be Talisman or Silver Tower. I haven't decided which.
Mm.
So that's and we're looking at moving next summer. Not
Okay.
the one that's coming up, but the one after that.
Okay.
And I'm thinking that we will probably have to start boxing up a lot of stuff. So I'm also thinking that doing the board games, that will, because I won't be able to just quit painting, because that's the other way I deal with my anxiety. So that'll give me something that I can keep in small. I can keep the board game boxes out and work on those throughout the course of that time.
Yeah.
So my focus is really shifted away from the Heresy at the moment.
You're playing any Heresy or just painting?
No, I don't play anything. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
have time.
Yeah.
Which is part of the reason that I'm excited about my kids being the right age.
Yeah, so you can play
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah, we're in the middle of our second game of Blood Bowl right now.
Yeah, I taught my oldest that a couple of weeks ago. He really liked it. He wants me to paint him a Dark Elf team, though, and I'm like, I just don't have the time.
Yeah. Well, that was the problem I got into, is that none of my stuff is painted. But, he's asked me to play a couple times, and I was like, I could say, oh, we can't play it till I paint it, or we could just play it and learn the rules.
I've got a dwarf team and a human team painted.
Oh, that's cool.
It's just a matter of he wants dark elves, and I don't even own them. I'll be
Right.
honest. I've been looking at those Chinese painters, and I'm really thinking about just messaging one of them and saying how much to do, even if it's $200 or something. It's just like, if that'll get him playing.
Right.
How much is a team? Like how many models?
It is they're 12-ish roughly. I mean, as the team grows, like if you play a league, they can actually get to have 16 to 20 guys. Just because you like real football, you have substitutions, and if you're playing this team, you want these kind of players, but if you're playing this other kind of team, you might want more of this.
Well, what's cool is my son now, he's like, oh yeah, we need to paint these now. So he wants to paint the orc, the plastic orcs from the
Well,
box.
Nice.
Yeah, my son isn't that into the painting aspect. I mean, he'll do it, and he sometimes asks to paint, but his idea of painting is
Well, I mean, he's a little kid, though, right?
He's 9.
Oh, he's 9? Oh, he's kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
well,
he doesn't have the patience. Like,
Sure.
he basically stipples a section and calls it done. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, is I got my son to paint a little bit when he was younger, and then just for whatever reason, we just never sat down and never really painted much again. I mean, he primed some Mantic figures. I think he painted.
I bought a ton of Mantic figures. I got that Dwarf King's Quest Kickstarter.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I really like dungeon crawlers.
Yeah.
And so I've got like literally 2 giant boxes full of the models from that.
Yeah, I did Dungeon Saga a while back, and I still haven't really.
I think that
opened
might
the
be. I
box.
think it's the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a ton of those.
We've
and I need to
painted a
paint
few of the undead,
Mhm.
but that's it.
By the
Yeah.
way, sorry, everyone's here or not yet?
Yeah,
I think.
I'm here.
Okay. Right.
And Jason, you're back, right?
Yeah, because he was asking how many guys are on a Blood Bowl team.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Now I remember.
Okay, guys. With that, we've finished chapter 2 of the Thousand Thrones.
I'm very disappointed that I didn't get to kill a Blousefoot or burn any buildings down.
Oh, if we ever come back this way again, we're just going in the dark of night and burning this shit to the ground.
I agree.
Well,
Well, because Von Speyer is obviously a vampire because he killed his family.
Yeah, clearly in league with him.
Hmm.
yeah, with that thing in the mausoleum. Anyway, I will of course issue your rewards later, but for now, we are not starting chapter 3. Oh no, we are starting a sort of break in between the campaign. You see, this is the third time that I'm running. This is the third time, that I'm running the Thousand Thrones, and I always run one of my favorite scenarios between chapter 2 and 3.
Okay.
It's actually really cool. It's actually my favorite single scenario of all time, including the official ones. So I love it to death. It's called The Lord of Lost Heart.
Oh, I've read that one.
Oh,
And your suggestion.
oh, shit.
To be fair,
Yeah.
a year and a half ago,
Oh,
and I remember next to none of it.
yeah. And I mean,
I remember something about a stag or something, and there being some.
and you're too cool a guy to actually take advantage of reading a scenario.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not even that. Literally, I'm too lazy to reread it, and I don't remember anything other than something about a stag, and I remember
Don't
there's
spoil
something
it.
about
Yeah.
the heart, but yeah, I mean, I don't remember what.
All right. So that's good. There won't be any spoilers in that case.
And the stag may even be completely off base, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
You remember something about Han Solo being killed by his son, but that's
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this
I
time.
have this vague recollection that Greedo shot first, but I can't find any evidence to support that claim.
Maybe,
So,
well, maybe Han shot first, but Kylo stabbed first. So in the end, unfortunately. Well, truth be told, I'm not blaming Harrison Ford for wanting to get out of this franchise.
I actually thought it was a good. I thought that was a good story point to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's nothing good about the new movies, in my opinion.
I
but-
like the 2 new ones. I like both of them, and the.
I like Solo and
Solo's
yeah.
the one I haven't seen.
Oh.
I like the one that was really just a war movie. That
Rogue
was
One, yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. The only one that I actually really like. But the new ones are for me. I'm not even a Star Wars fan anymore. I mean, not for many years. I was when I was a kid, but if I was still a Star Wars fan, I would be pissed the hell off. Yeah.
I liked them both.
Visually and when it comes to music, they're great. Don't get me wrong, they are beautiful movies, probably the best looking movies of all time. But the story, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Let's just, let's just start the scenario. It's not that long.
Okay.
Just treat it like an extra chapter. Essentially, what happened? You've left the village of Pfeifeldorf behind you, and you're traveling towards Altdorf, following the trail of the Crusade of the Child. That said, you were given some food after paying. You know that you've paid quite a lot more than the food was actually worth.
Well, we didn't have to get it from the guy coughing his head off.
Yeah.
So.
But even so, your finances could be a little bit could be a bit better. So, as you were traveling through the countryside, you essentially tried, find some place to just rest, maybe buy something, maybe buy some more provisions, rations, maybe even find a chance to get new armor for some of you at least.
Get some good rest.
Yes, and your travels eventually led you to the village of Eldaxen. It's a river trading town on the river. Wait a second. I need to check it very quickly. Sorry.
Because we're north of the river to Altdorf, right? Is that the river? What river is that called?
The Reich?
Yeah, we're north. We're traveling north of it, right?
I think so.
Or are we traveling south of it? I can't remember.
I think we are currently north and we are going south.
No, actually you are... well, it depends on how you look at the map. You are traveling along the River Reich, towards Altdorf. And and it led you to the village of Eldaxen. It's like I said, it's a small river trading town. And there you are actually approached by a man. By a man of name Aloysius Faulebrand. Aloysius is he is clearly a merchant. You can see that. He's very well fed. He dresses in rather expensive clothes, even though you can see that he's not a nobleman. He clearly wishes to be viewed as a man of status. He's something like 50 years old, slightly balding, like I said, fat. You can only call him that. And he simply approaches you as you were sitting in a tavern in the village. He offered to pay you for your meal, and he offered you even more money if you would escort him to his hometown of Holzbrook.
Is that on our way?
Well, you don't know where Holzbrook is, but if you ask him if it's on the way to Altdorf, he would probably, answer you.
Lucas will ask him and says, "Is that on the way to Altdorf?"
Well, sir, yes. Holzbrook is not far from Altdorf, actually. It's maybe it's only like a day off from the trail. I mean, from the road to Altdorf. So it won't set you back that much, and I will pay you good money for my safety. And actually, I am traveling there to organize a wedding feast for my daughter Alexa's wedding. So you will also be invited to join the feast. All of the village.
Congratulations, Sigmar be praised.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. My beloved daughter is She prays to Sigmar every day, of course. And
course.
her future husband just returned from the war. He was in the Pistol Corps, fighting in the north against those demons in human skin.
Good man.
Yes, he is. Ricard is a very, very staunch fellow, very good man.
A true son of the Empire.
Oh yes, he is, and of noble blood, he says. Which
Well, I won't hold that against him.
he laughs nervously, but you can say that this wasn't really fun to him. Yes, hilarious. Anyway, what do you say? Would you?
What happened to your last guards?
Well, sir, actually, I didn't have any guards. When I've traveled here, you see, Holzbrook is not far from here, and it was always a very peaceful area, you could say. But lately, there are rumors about those bandits, and so since I have rather important cargo, I mainly deal with I mainly deal in grain, flour, grain, stuff like that. I even sell it as far as Pfeifeldorf, you see, and I don't want to lose my shipment and my life, of course, to some cutthroat's blade. So, what say you?
Well, Vincent and I, we're going to need some money up front to fix our armor, as you can see.
Of course, sir, but to be honest, I don't think you'll be able to do that here in Eldaxen. Maybe in Holzbrook. But of course, I will pay you up front if you wish so. Let's say he essentially offers each of you 10 gold crowns.
Does that seem?
That seems more than good. Essentially, that's a lot of money.
Doesn't seem too good, I guess.
Well.
As well, Lucas, if you think it's too much, I'll be happy to take any amount over what you think is the
No. He wouldn't say that. But he's always assuming there's an angle. He's always assuming somebody's out to get him.
Oh, he is.
If that makes sense.
Have
In my country, it's a sin to pass up on a wedding invitation.
Well, I mean, what country are you from, Mr. Halfling?
Thalia. It's not originally, but
Oh, Thalia. I actually had a couple of dealings with Thalian merchants in Aldorf, you see. Very, very good people. Very nice. Yes, they are exceptionally nice people.
I mean, if everybody else is obviously clearly in the mood, Lucas would obviously continue. He just is gonna, just not trust the guy, basically.
Come on, Lucas. Don't you know an adventure hook when you see one?
Well, I know. I'm trying to derail it. Jeez.
Yes.
I don't like being railroaded. God.
Well,
are shiny.
you need to split the party as soon as possible, I think.
Okay.
Okay. So, he looks at you expectantly, of course. Because you still haven't given him the answer.
I kind of defer to the others as far as their answer.
Leopold puts his hand out like he wants to do the circle hand thing.
I don't get it.
Like, free money on 5. Go.
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
He pays you 3 gold crowns in advance.
3 gold crowns? I thought we said 10.
Well, he's going to pay you 10 total.
Ah. All right.
Each
All
of
right.
you 10. And yeah,
Right.
each of you know that this is a very good money for essentially a simple escort. So,
Okay, Leopold graciously accepts 3 gold crowns.
All right.
Is Vincent still? What's his condition? Did he get any better throughout the? I don't know how much time has passed.
No, unfortunately not, because 3 days have passed since you left Pfeifeldorf, and so you didn't really have a chance to heal your wounds, because first of all you need a proper medical attention, and if not, then you need like a whole week to heal even a single wound that way, a single heavy wound. So you're still pretty messed up.
He must be desperate if he's trying to hire somebody with me in the group.
Well, maybe you don't look too good, but it's not like you're a cripple.
And hey, maybe you're in that stage where you just look like a badass. You know, like guys all covered in scars and junk. You know.
Yeah. And yes, he does look a bit desperate. He clearly, wants to get back as soon as possible to his village.
I was gonna say Leopold looks sort of like a cripple, hobbling around all the time.
Yeah.
He doesn't let that stop him from being cantankerous.
Yeah. Do you guys want to ask about some information?
What kind of what kind of bandits would we be expecting?
Well, sir, of the bandit kind. I mean, ruffians, scoundrels, ne'er-do-wells.
What do we know about them, though? I mean, do they attack at night? Do they attack during the day?
I don't know, sir. I've only heard that they're bandits.
Might be a better question for the innkeeper. I imagine he's more familiar with these parts than passive traveler.
Is bandits all we should expect, or are there other things we should know about?
How many days travel is it to Witchmahoozits?
It will be like just a few days, sir. Probably just 2, maybe 3.
Are we going by foot or by?
Yes, I mean I have my cart, so you'll be able to ride on top of that. All comfortable.
All right.
That sounds like a good thing.
Does anybody else need to buy arrows or crossbow bolts or anything? Or do they have? Is that available in this town? Or is it too small?
I would suspect arrows would be available anywhere.
Yeah, arrows you can buy easily here.
Okay. I'm just down to 4 crossbow bolts, so I feel like I should get a couple more.
I want to go to whatever the steel worker is, if there is one. I want to be like an armor smith, just to kind of assess the condition of.
Yeah, I need to fix my mail as well.
Roll for fellowship, one of you.
What's your fellowship?
You're a little more outspoken. I'll just say that.
Oh, I was gonna say your fellowship was what, like 33? Mine's 43.
Yeah.
I'll roll.
Yeah, that made it right.
Sure. Sally's gregarious, right? Yeah, Sally, you ask around for us.
Okay.
Gregarious? Why are you insulting them like that?
I got Streetwise and Charm.
Streetwise won't help you here. Charm will.
Am I haggling?
It sounds like this town is so small there isn't a street to be streetwise on.
No, haggling also won't help you really.
You're just looking for a place, I think, at this point, Sally.
We're looking for an armorer or blacksmith of some sort to fix our mail, because both of us have destroyed chest mail.
Right. You've asked the local metalsmith, and essentially, well, he essentially specializes in fixing horseshoes.
Yeah.
Nothing too fancy. I mean, this is a very small fishing town, river town.
Is there a Fletcher where we can buy bolts and arrows?
You can only buy arrows here.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm out.
So Vincent's just gonna not even bother asking about finding shots.
No. You don't think that's going to do you any good? Okay. With that, you set off on Aloysius' cart. Unless you want to ask about Horsbrook before, in the village.
We'll ask on the way, probably.
Well, there's nobody to ask on the way.
I want to go talk to the innkeeper about. I basically say, hey, this guy's hiring us to watch for bandits, but he knows nothing about said bandits. What's the rumors?
Roll for fellowship then.
Yeah, is there a what's the
Oh yeah, my
place?
fellowship was terrible.
Yeah.
What's the place where they have like a message board, like a physical message board. That
Well,
would
there is a
local news and stuff posted.
there is a message post, but it mainly concerns this place.
Yeah, I figured it'd be this place and any surroundings. See if there's any like wanted posters, or just see what kind of.
There's any wanted posters of us still?
Yeah, I want to see if there's any wanted posters, any like reports of shenanigans, or if it's just mundane town villagey stuff.
Okay. You look at the poster. You look at the posters. There is actually a warning about a band of robbers who are terrorizing people traveling through the roads around Audaxen and Holzbrook. Other than that, it's just small town nonsense. Nothing really important that much. Yeah. Unless you are looking for something specific, then I can try and give you an answer.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna look to the rest of the group. Is there any way we want to drive this convoy? Do we want to send somebody ahead?
It's not a convoy; it's a single cart.
Yeah.
I think that would probably require a horse. So I think maybe we just all stay on guard with the cart.
Yep. Just sit on the cart.
Probably have Leopold sit up front with his crossbow, and I sit on the back with my bow, and
Sounds
go
good
from
to me.
there.
All right, you do just that. So no one asks for rumors. Okay.
Well, I did, but my fellowship roll was so bad.
Yeah.
Oh. Do we have time to? Can I try?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, so close.
The bartender basically told me that he was only here to sell, not to talk.
Yeah.
Sally, could you see if there's a medicine person, apothecary, any kind of
The herbalist or
wise
something.
woman? Yeah,
I could ask around.
I'd appreciate it.
Here in.
Or nearby. I'm on the way out towards.
Well, no. Unfortunately, no one here was able to give you any kind of medical help. However, Sally, they said that, well, Miner, there's a witch who lives in the woods around Holzbrook. They say she's been there for 100 years, and they say that she's very knowledgeable about the arts of healing.
Leopold perks up at that. Around Holzbrook, you say? That's where we're headed.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
go pay her a look. See if she can set bones.
Well, sir, I've heard that she can do a lot of things.
Does she burn on a stake?
Yeah, I was going to say, does she burn well?
I don't know, sir.
Well, there's witches and there's witches.
You can ask her.
Does she
yourself.
weigh more than a duck?
Yeah. Which witch is which?
Does he look like a bitch? Pulp Fiction, anyone? Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, you are traveling to the village of Holzbrook. It takes you a couple of days, like 3 days total. In the thickest woods, outside of the village, just outside of the village, as you are approaching it, late afternoon, the third day, you can suddenly see a heap of bodies on the side of the road. By the way, the entire travel was completely uneventful. Nothing happened. Both during the day when you were traveling and during the night when you were resting.
We're already getting close to Holzbrook.
Yeah, you're just outside of the Holzbrook.
Yeah.
Of Holzbrook, and yeah, you can see as you are traversing the curve on the road that there are bodies laying on the side of the road.
Hmm.
Of course, when Aloysius see that, he's like, "Oh, sweet Sigmar!"
So it's good that he's surprised.
Yeah.
I'll just say stop
Here-
the car.
Yeah, stop the
thank
cart. Let's.
Yeah, I wanna loot him.
Well, Leopold scans. We're obviously it's wooded, so he's scanning the trees and holding his crossbow ready.
Yeah.
And
All right.
Oh no!
Uh,
Put a handkerchief across my face and kind of approach the bodies, whispering a prayer to more.
Okay. Who approaches the bodies?
Vincent.
I'll walk up with Vincent.
Okay. Leopold, Lucas, you're staying.
Yeah, I'm staying. I'm not getting near that.
Okay.
Leopold is heading over to that, but he's still scanning. Sort of-
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think Lucas would probably stand cover essentially.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, the woods are dark and imposing, and it's already, it's actually, almost completely dark. So we have all sorts of ideas about what might be lurking inside the forests. However, you approach the bodies, and you can see that they have been, all of them, have been cleanly killed with a heavy sword. It was, it's obvious that it was wielded with considerable force. All of these men have been butchered. Those of you who are trackers,
Truckers?
well, I mean,
trackers.
trackers. Actually, all of you can just roll perception if you wish,
Perception.
but
Yeah.
minus 10 each one of you minus 10.
Perception, right? Sorry.
Okay, nice. Oh, nice.
Perception.
No, Andrew, not you. You're staying behind.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry,
Uh,
you said everybody. So.
Yeah, sorry. I meant everybody who approached the bodies. In that case, Vincent and Leopold, you can see that a horse passed this way the previous night and was surrounded by the bandits. However, a second rider appeared at a gallop and presumably dispatched them all. You can see that one of them rode away into the woods and the other continued for the village.
I'm gonna call Lucas over and tell him everything I see because he's the most knowledgeable about this type of thing.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of use my perception and point out everything I see so he can actually come to a conclusion.
Okay. Lucas, you're approaching?
Okay. Yeah.
Well, in that case, you don't have to roll, as Leopold is Vincent is essentially telling you all that stuff. You look at the tracks. You can see that there were indeed two horses. The first horse was probably a bit light, like standard horse. However, the second one, the one which approached the gathering at the gallop, seemed to be a lot heavier, perhaps even destrier. And the destrier actually rode away into the woods, while the lighter horse continued for the village.
Huh.
Yeah, you can try, and with the help of a torch, track the horse further into the woods, but you know that it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was saying that doesn't sound like something we want to do right now.
My suggestion is we search the bodies and continue on our way to the village for now, since it's getting late.
Yeah.
Okay, you search the bodies. Just let
If
me
you-
quickly check.
As you search the bodies, you'll help move them off the road, and I'm gonna kind of do my rituals of more while they're. I'm not trying to see how to do this.
How does Moore
Yeah.
feel about banditry?
Well, what was that saying about eyes and and heart? What eyes don't see, the heart doesn't suffer, something like that.
I haven't heard that one, but it
Yeah, so
sounds
yeah,
appropriate.
I'm essentially turning a blind eye to what they're. Well, actually, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I guess Vincent will know that they're searching the bodies, but I'm gonna have them. Well, I want to ask for them to help.
Burying
I
them.
guess burying them, pulling them
Okay.
off the side of the road, type of thing.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, do we know for certain that these are bandits? We know that, or we just
Well,
assume it?
they certainly look shifty and they are armed. Each of them has a hand weapon of some sort. A club, a sword, rusty sword, a falchion. One of them has a falchion. A couple of them have axes. They also have, of course, daggers and wicked knives, and they have a total of, let's say, let me roll. Okay, here's this. They have total of 2 silver between all of them.
What do you
So
say,
they're
Sal?
not,
You
so
want to
clearly not very good bandits.
Well, everyone knows that bandits have a hideout, right?
Yes.
so noticing any hesitation, I'm gonna say it is Moore who decides who crosses his gates, not us. It is our duty to get them there. And
Yeah,
his
all
to
the priests
decide.
and more in the party can bury him. Let's go, guys.
Okay, nice one. So, what are you doing, Vincent, in that case?
Well, how many are there? If there's a half a dozen, it won't take but
I'll
a couple
I'll help
minutes.
drag them to the side of the road, but I'm not burying them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to go that far. I'm just going to kind of, drag them to the side, cross their arms.
So if nobody's paying
Do-
attention, Leopold's going to take the 2 silver.
There were I mean, they have total of 2 silver in brass pennies.
Oh, okay. So essentially, 40 pennies.
Yeah, between them, there were like 7 of them, 7
Okay.
bandits.
Yeah, that's not too crazy.
Got 51 pennies burning a hole in my pocket now.
So what are you dragging?
Give me 4 of those pennies, Leopold.
Well,
Just leave them on the side.
I don't know all of the ins and outs of the rituals of Moore, but I'm not going to dig holes. Like if I have to fold their hands and say a prayer, or face them in a direction, or just line them up. If there's a shallow piece of ground, I'll drag them there. But I want to go through what rituals I can. Obviously, I don't have everything, and then be on my way.
Okay.
I'm not going to put more than 5-10 minutes into it, though.
Okay, so you're leaving them unburied, just on the side of the road.
I want to take the four pennies and leave them on one of the bodies as
Payment.
tribute to Ronaldo.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. Well, you're traveling on. Alois is like, oh wow, thanks Sigmar that someone dispatched those villains. Huh. Ah. Oh.
Yeah, when he says that, Lucas is going to start expecting him to try to renege on the deal. Then,
No, actually, he doesn't. He doesn't.
no, I mean not right away, but he's going to be waiting for him to say, "Well, since somebody killed him, I didn't need you anyway."
Yeah. Lots of luck with that one, buddy.
Okay. Do you want to ask this man anything about the village before you arrive, or are you just going to ask someone, or learn about the village on site?
Who's getting married?
My
His
daughter
daughter.
Alexa, sir. My daughter Alexa.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. And a young and handsome Richard Tauberg from Eldaxen, actually, he is. From a noble family, you see.
How does
so
the
he
law and
So he was from the town we just came from, then.
Yes, originally, yes.
Okay.
However, he
Okay.
spent most of... a couple of months, of last month on the front line, and then he actually moved to Holzbrook. He lives at my manor, you see. He says manor like, it's like, whoa, I have a manor.
So his manor is in this town?
Aloysius, yes.
Oh, I thought you said Hallsbrook.
No.
It's also not a manor.
Well. Anyway, yeah.
How is justice served in Hallsbrook? Kind of referencing the bodies.
You see, Hallsbrook is run by the Verloren family. Actually, only by Moose Verloren now. His wife passed away many years ago when she gave birth to their only daughter Esther. Moose, and you see that Aloysius hesitated. He mainly keeps to himself. He's a quiet man, but the villagers are talking good things about him. He's fair. He's not like some of the less kind noblemen who run things. If you know what I mean.
We have personal experience with that.
Oh, so yes, and I mean we have militia in Hallsbrook, but it's a peaceful village.
Is it an open carry town?
What about stand your ground laws?
What?
Yeah.
Stand your ground laws.
Last town we went to, we weren't allowed to have our weapons.
Oh, I mean you can carry weapons. You're just not permitted to use them. I mean against villagers. And he laughs nervously.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think there will be any problems. And anyway, I am going to say good things about you. And you see, my word is very important in Hallsbrook because I'm an important person. Yes, I'm actually a very important person. I own most of this village actually. I own the mill. I've bought it recently and I have expanded and improved upon it. Now more than half of the flour produced there is taken out of town on my wagons for sale in towns and cities as far as Pfeifeldorf. Yes. Soon after my beloved Alexa marries Ricard, the name of Fauerbrand will be very important one in Reichland and beyond.
Vincent falls asleep on the cart as he goes on.
Yeah. Actually, sorry, not in Reichland. You're still in Middenland. So he says in Middenland and beyond. That said, you are to the south of Middenland, where probably the faith in Ulrich, the god of wolves and winter, is not as strong. So you haven't saw a single Ulrican yet.
Okay.
Or maybe you have. They just didn't, showed off their faith. Well, Vincent is falling asleep. Eventually, you arrive at Hallsbrook. It's a small village, although rather pretty one. You've passed a small shrine to Shalia on your way, and you can see that there's a road leading to the right from the main road. I will put map later on. There's also a bridge. It's clearly very, very old, and this bridge is what's the word? It's built right over the a very small river. It's not Reich because Reich was, you've left Reich. Sorry.
It's a tributary of the Reich.
Yeah, thanks. At the village of Eldachsen. This is a tributary of the Reich, and beyond that, there's the town proper. It's also heavily forested, of course. There are forests everywhere, trees everywhere, but eventually you exit them and you arrive at the village of Hallsbrook. The village is there are essentially only 2 roads at the village. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just do a quick print screen and try to put this map for your benefit. And of course, the main center of the village is at the crossroads, where the 2 roads meet. Most of the buildings are, of course, they have thatched roofs. They're simple hovels, really, nothing too fancy. But there is this kind of peace about this place, What's that sound?
I blew off some dust. If it sounded like that,
It
it
sounds
also
like
seems like somebody's on a speakerphone and we're getting feedback.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah, I wasn't doing anything.
Okay.
Do you have it on speaker?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there was no noise or anything when he said that.
We're hearing ourselves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just feedback. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to just, shite. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to do this.
So, my father always said you can tell the wealth of a town by the condition of the bridges.
Oh, the you see, sir, the Hosbrook Bridge. It's a very old thing. It's a very old thing.
Means the town's been here for a while, then.
Oh yes, actually, it's been here for a long time. Well, this bridge is our pride and joy, you could say. It's the only stable crossing of the fast-flowing Talbrook, the river. And well, you see, this old stone bridge sees much use as the start of the direct land route to Eudaksen and the other towns on the River Rake, further north. South. My bad. Now I will try and give you this map. If I'll manage. Nope. Yes. Ha. Okay, and let's see if I'll be able to do this. The shite.
Yeah, so Vincent's kind of going in and out of sleep as he's still injured, so wakes up periodically, goes back to sleep, chimes in, goes back to sleep.
There we go.
Yeah, there's the village. Oh, yeah. Can you see everything?
I think so.
Excellent. So you've approached from the north to the from the road to the north. Oh man, the meds are essentially just making my head scramble. Sorry. You've crossed the Hosbrook Bridge, and then you've arrived at the crossroads. When you've entered the town, of course, few of the people have left their houses, and just they're looking at you as you travel. Of course, there are hushed whispers about strangers. And about you can hear some of them saying that her Pfeifeldorf has returned, and he brought some muscle with him, stuff like that. You are passing an inn called the Heartless Man. The sign shows a man with a clean circular hole through his chest. Allowing a clear view of the scenery behind him, and you can see that the sign, says "The Heartless Man." Not far after you've passed the inn, Aloysius stopped and showed you his house, and now you understand what he meant by calling it manor. It is actually. It is built in a style of a townhouse, of an imperial townhouse, like the one found in Nuln or other big cities, even in Talheim. And of course, it's a townhouse with a small stable, and it's surrounded by fields. It looks amazingly out of place among this other, cottages, essentially, because this village is made out of cottages. It's like just like a sore thumb. It's sticking out like a sore thumb. What do you say about my house, eh?
Reminds me of the ones we used to see in Nome.
Oh, really? Well, I've
Quite impressive.
actually built it to resemble my house in Altdorf, because you see, I have a house in Altdorf.
Ah.
Yes. I'm an Altdorfer through and through. Yes. Anyway, my friends, I will need to make sure that everything is ready for tonight's party. I suggest you take your lodgings at the Heartless Man, right after, of course, I pay you for your trouble. Here's the money, and he pays you all money, the appropriate amount. So you can all add 10 gold crowns to your purses.
Okay. I already added the 3, so I'll just add the other 7.
Okay.
I want to take 2, then.
I think everybody should throw 1 or 2 into the war chest.
Sally, I'm taking 2 and putting 5 into the chest.
Okay. I gave you 2.
I'll give you 1. I don't have a whole lot of money, so.
Okay. I'm gonna put 2 in.
Okay. Essentially, he tells you to return in like 4 hours when the party starts, and he, of course, bids you farewell. So, are you going to the Heartless Man?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I meant to ask him if where does he know where the healer woman is?
He looks at you with this like frown. Oh, you mean the witch? Well, her hovel is not far from the village, Miner, but you don't really want to visit her. She's some old coot. All herbal remedies and stuff like that. There's no need.
Oh, a man of science, I see.
Well, I mean, she's clearly not a woman of faith. I mean, what would Sigmar say if he saw her? If he'd seen her hidden practices.
Ah.
I mean, the villagers love her. Not really love her, but they treat her with this strange sense of respect. But I do think that this is all nonsense.
Do you think she could be tainted?
Well, she's been here for a long time. I don't know. No, I don't think so. What are you, some kind of witch hunter, anyway?
Why, as a matter of fact, I am.
Roll for charm.
And I just closed my thing. Alright, hold on a second.
Right now you're...
It is every duty of a citizen of the Empire to be on the lookout for those
I actually have the
touched
charm
by
thing.
chaos.
Well, when you said chaos, the man just grimaced.
Hey, I charmed him. Charmed the pants off him.
Yeah, well, actually,
Takes his
he
pants
went
off.
white. Well, Mr. Witch Hunter, I can assure you that there are no tainted people in this village, and even the old woman, she's harmless. She's strange, but harmless. Really, you can visit her yourself. She's you just have to follow the road left from the Shrine of Shalaya.
Yeah. Sorry, that's all I was trying to establish was for Vincent where it actually is. I assumed that's where it was.
Yeah. And with that, he quickly excused himself and essentially ran back to, into his home.
Which one's his home?
When he realized he just brought a witch hunter into town.
Yeah. It's that super big house, just down the road from the Heartless Man. It has his name. It's just hard to read. Falterbrand or whatever. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Essentially.
It's the second biggest house in the whole town.
All right.
Yes, you can see it. Fowlerbrand. I'm going to actually.
I think Vincent is going to make his way to that place.
Actually, no, I don't really say that. Okay.
Well, it's the evening now. Well, yeah, you can do whatever you want, Vincent.
Because
of the evening, I don't know if we want to venture outside of the inn right
What
now.
time? So it is pretty. It's getting dark.
Yeah, I mean it is late. It is late.
Right,
Yeah,
it was-
I think we go get a room and hang out until the party, rest, freshen up.
When is the party? Is it like
In 4
tonight,
hours.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
tonight.
4 hours?
Yeah.
Well, I am gonna go to the witch's house then.
Lucas is going to go to the inn and get a bath and a room.
All right.
Didn't you already have a bath this year, Lucas?
There might be ladies at this party.
Oh.
I don't get
It's not-
chance for that very often.
It's not the Emperor's birthday. Why are you? Why are you bathing?
You're gonna scare the ladies away if you bathe.
Yes.
Lucas, it's not about the smell. It's about your face.
I know, and I need. I don't need
Cover
something
it with-
making it even worse. I need all the
Well.
help I can get.
Okay.
I will have the odor of sanctity upon me.
Yes. The stench of piousness.
It's one
Yes.
thing to be ugly. It's another thing to be ugly and stink.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. So who's going where? Vincent, you're traveling towards the witch's house. Lucas,
Yeah.
you're going to the inn. Leopold.
Leopold feels like he needs to accompany his Wissenland
Brother,
partner in crime to the woods so he doesn't get lost or
of course.
Pass
injured, and also as his duty as a witch hunter to investigate the witch.
Of course. The so-called witch. Sally?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the inn as well.
Okay.
Rest up.
I just love splitting the party. It's my favorite thing in the world. Thank you very much. Just kidding, of course. I'm not mad.
Yes.
I'm not mad at all. Okay.
That's just the drugs talking.
Actually, yeah, my drugs are just, now kicking in completely. Anyway, first, let's make the guys who go to the inn. Lucas and Sally, you're entering the Heartless Man. It's a respectable establishment, and you can see that it's been kept in a well enough state. It smells nice of freshly cooked meat, of good food, good drink. There are quite a few villagers inside, and of course they all look at you as you enter. But you can see that they're not exactly distrustful of you; they're just surprised. A few of them begin to whisper, and you can hear, "Oh, these are the men who traveled in with Aloysius." You know. You can see that there's a couple behind the bar, middle-aged couple, probably husband and wife, and they wave at you as you enter, and smile. Where to now, boys?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to the thing and ask for a room and a bath.
Hello, Miner. Minerin, says the man. I am Hans Todden, and this is my wife Flora. Welcome to the Heartless Man.
Good evening, my fine, whatever the appropriate term for the two of them would be.
My fine people.
Yes, my fine people. My friends and I need a room for the night, and I wouldn't mind getting a bath as well if you have the facilities.
Of course, sir, we have a room. Very well, it will be 10 pennies per night. Do you want a single room or double?
2 doubles.
Two doubles? Okay.
Very well, sir. 2 doubles. So I guess you're bringing your friends with you.
Oh yes, yeah, they're taking care of some other business. They'll be here shortly.
For how many nights?
Just
now.
tonight. Yeah.
One. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I know it's going to be more than one night, but Lucas doesn't, so one night.
All right. Well, so it's 20 pennies, 40 pennies total.
Okay, I've got it.
All right. And Lucas, you want bath, so it's another 10 pennies.
Okay. He pays him.
The man asks if you want to eat something. You are
Absolutely.
actually pretty hungry, so
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I need to open my magical...
What?
What? No. Ignore me. It's the drugs talking. Okay.
Magical damage table.
Oh, yes.
Hey, at least he's not talking about his magical snake.
No, it would be inappropriate. Okay, so after he gave you keys to your room, he offered you a nice big slice of liver and cheese pie. Together, of course, with some light beer.
Ooh, sounds good.
And more than that, it tastes really good. So you can actually feel that this is going to be a good place to stay in. Mainly because it doesn't stink, at least not as much as some of the places, some of the inns that you were staying in. Over the
And there's no vampires. It's got that going for it. So.
Yeah, that too. Vincent and Leopold, you are traveling through the village of Holzbrook. You're crossing the old stone bridge. You pass the shrine of Shalia, and you can actually see that this is an old way shrine that probably has been maintained down the generations. There are some offerings of flowers left outside it, and it's been built so that people can seek shelter when, for example, when a storm is coming.
Okay, so it's of size.
Yeah. You've passed it and turned left, and you're walking down the road towards the house of the so-called witch.
I'll whisper a little prayer to Shalia, since I am in dire straits as far as my health goes.
Okay. Eventually you enter a small clearing in the woods, like a very small clearing that there's also, it's already dark, and you can also hear water flowing right behind the hovel. It's probably some kind of small stream which enters the river Taubrook. There's light coming from the hovel, and you can see that in that dim light that this place is ancient. It's essentially very, very old, built from clay, stone, and of course thatch. You can. There's also a small garden right outside of the village. Sorry, of the hovel, to the left of it. And as you approach it, a woman exits the place. She approaches you, and you can see that she's old, very, very, very old.
Okay.
Positively ancient, actually. Not many people in the old world live to such an old age. She's dressed in simple grey robes with a hood over her head, but you can see her. You can see her face. Despite her years, she looks sharp, essentially. She's white-haired, wrinkled, but she shows no signs of failing health. Her eyes are sharp. She walks with this inner energy, and as she approaches you, you can see that she has very intelligent eyes.
Is she? I imagine she's rather short.
Yes, she's tiny.
From her age.
Actually.
I'm going to kind of squat down and be like, "Madam, may the blessing of the gods be upon you."
Thank you, young man. But it's rather polite for us to introduce ourselves. I am Elise.
Madam Elise, I am
Cut
Vincent.
with the Madam Crab, please. But thank you for your, of course, for your respect. That said, Elise will suffice.
Elise, I am Vincent Darius, and this is my compatriot Leopold. I'm in dire need of medical attention.
I see.
Word has it you are the
witch, probably.
the person to see. I kind of say after she, kind of over her.
I've been looking after these people for many, many years, just like my mother has done before me, and her mother has done before her. I am what you would call a wise woman, although some people call me, behind my back, a witch. That said, of course, I would never offer any magical remedies to the people, because that would be against Sigmar's law. However, I can give you something completely mundane, she emphasizes that, to help with your ailments. Come inside, please.
Okay, I'm going
hobbles.
Oh,
Hobbles in.
That's right. You're still broken too.
Well, I game wise, I'm fully healed. I'm just not. I can't walk very well.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a movement penalty still.
Yeah, movement and agility penalties.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that she probably can't fix me, but I figured I'd give it a shot.
Okay. So anyway.
I'm just playing it up that I'm injured.
Oh, my
the
hip.
pain. Yeah, for the pain. The agony.
You enter the small hovel, and inside you essentially see that, well, it's simply put, it's tiny. There's like a small cot right under one wall, a fireplace in the middle. There are cupboards and shelves filled with strange herbs, potions, concoctions, all sorts of like alchemical paraphernalia. It looks, it looks like, well, like a witch's hut.
Yeah.
Of course.
Elise is her name?
I'm going to write it down. Sorry, it's probably spelled Elizy.
Elizy.
No, sorry.
Elizy.
Wait a second.
Yeah, it's up there with a Y something, but I can't read it very
Here,
well. Oh yeah. Yeah, so Elise. pretty
Elise.
much.
Yeah.
Elise.
Yeah, but just spell weird.
Yeah.
Elise, your home looks much like some sites I've seen in the Cathayan district in Marienburg.
Really?
Yes,
That's interesting.
the bottles and potions and everything reminds me of when I seeked healing there.
I see. Oh, well, I need those things to help my people when they need me. These are all, of course, completely mundane, mainly herbal concoctions. Nothing too fancy, but it helps. So, what kind of help do you need? Strip down, let me see those wounds.
Okay.
So it's one of those kind of.
Did I hear saxophone music in
Of
the
course.
background?
It's,
Okay.
she's a nice gilf, so.
Leopold starts taking off his pants.
No, he's not. Anyway.
Well, actually, his injury
Yeah.
required to roll down his
Is Bob Kraft there?
As someone who, had trouble to put on socks yesterday because of the back pain, I can assure you that it would be impossible for Leopold to take off his pants like that. Of course, Vincent takes off his shirt and you can see that he's ripped, his perfectly chiseled muscles so glisten in the light of the fireplace. His
With
perfect
with
pectoral Sorry.
He looks like Ivan Drago.
Yeah. No, he looks like those, those guys from Harlequin romance covers.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
With
get those there too.
What?
You get Harlequin romance novels there too,
of
or you just
course.
know the joke?
No. I mean, we have them here.
Isn't Fabio from Poland? No, just
No, Fabio is not. But
I know. I'm just
yeah.
So there's
Fabio is not born of man.
Well, Fabio.
a fist-shaped bruise on his chest
Yes.
with a signet ring imprint on.
Yeah, you have the signet, like, engraved in your chest. Now, of course, she looks at that and she's like, come here, boy, so I can see it better. Oh, nasty. It's interesting. It looks like a man did that, but I don't know any man who would be able to strike you with such a force.
The creature of the night.
A vampire? You fought a vampire and survived. I am impressed. Yes, the Lords of the Night are not to be trifled with. Very well. I will help you, of course.
No, not a vampire. It was a male prostitute. Gee.
Well, he wanted a gold crown for his services, and Vincent only had silver.
Yeah.
I just thought Vincent was into that. Yeah.
So, what? Vincent was the male prostitute?
No, I meant he was the client.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just into that. Yeah, BDSM.
Well,
God, why are you kink shaming him? Jeez.
What?
Why are you kink shaming him? Jeez.
Yeah,
lots of people like
ruined my black leather armor and all my chain.
Sounds like something Slaneshi. Oh yeah, I wasn't supposed to say that loud. Sorry. Anyway, Elise looks at you. Elise looks at you. In the light of her small fireplace. Very well. She mumbles something under her nose.
I'm gonna do some small talk about. Well, it is our duty to confront such beasts.
Yes. Well, of course, a beast is for you they are beasts, but for them, you're nothing more than a wild animal. Now the interesting thing is who's in the right here, right?
I'm pretty sure that's us in the right.
Yeah.
What?
I'm pretty sure that's us in the right. I know I'm not there. I'm just being smart ass.
She essentially produces a jar of something smelly and thick.
Yeah. I want to say only the gods are in the right.
Yes, indeed, the gods are always in the right. Shame that so few people actually hit them. And well, some of them hit the wrong kind of gods.
I'm
Although
devout, my lord.
Although to be completely true, there's no such thing.
What?
She doesn't continue with this train of thought. Is that the right thing?
Yes.
Yes. With that she essentially applies this strange sticky stuff on a piece of what's the word? On a piece of bandage, and she begins to wrap it around your chest.
Vincent flinches, making all those ripped abs even more defined.
Yes, his perfect male muscles bulge under her.
He's really flinching for a discount.
Yeah.
Fishing for a discount, sorry.
Under her delicate touch, his heavy breathing fills the air with lust.
My flexing bicep hits a shelf and the bottles rattle.
And Leopold feels a stirring in his loins that he's never experienced.
Well, the boys,
Leopold begins to sweat.
you know, what happened in Vicenant stays in Vicenant, okay? Now, she says, this will probably sting a bit tomorrow. Do not take off those bandages for at least a couple of days. But they will help you for the pain. And now I'm going to roll a medicine roll. Unfortunately, she failed.
Oh man.
Can she use one of my lucks?
No, really, she can't.
Alright.
I'm going to check. No, she failed.
The pus means it's healing.
That's the bad leaving.
Yes.
Well, here we go.
Let's stick a couple of leeches on just in case.
Yeah, you can see a glass full of leeches. So there they are. Right now, on to you, young man.
Yes, I have suffered an old wound. Well, maybe not that old. Maybe like a week old.
No, it's not we go. It's older, I think.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like
it's still not. I mean, in terms of bone setting, it it hasn't really knitted together yet fully.
Let me see that.
Yeah. So my crushed pelvis, I show her discreetly.
If
Under the moonlight.
you can't really show this kind of thing discreetly, I'm sorry, but
Well, I do my I apologize profusely and say this is what happened to me.
yes, she looks at your pose with critical eye, smacks her lips. Nasty, nasty. I see claw marks. What did this to you?
Wasn't me.
She looks at you with this really strange look in her eyes.
It was some kind of corpse eater below the streets of Marienburg.
Ah, corpse eaters, they're the worst. Foul things, once human, now degenerates, living only to consume human flesh. You are lucky to be still alive after encountering one of them.
Yes, some say it would be my fate.
Indeed. Well, I think you would need a proper surgeon for that. If you're going to visit any major town in the Empire, Altdorf is not far from here. Actually, you should visit the surgeon there. I can give you something to mitigate the pain and discomfort for a few days, but only that.
Anything would be helpful. Thank you.
Very well. And she approaches the shelf. She rummages through it and produces like a small vial of this matte-colored liquid. Essentially, it really looks like just a water from a puddle. Here, drink three drops every morning before you eat something.
Okay.
It will help for the pain,
Will do.
but you will need to take a good rest every night, or else you will feel the repercussions. Let's just say.
I will do my best.
You might as well give that back then, because
We're never getting any rest. I know.
yeah.
I'm pretending. I'm assuming that I will, because now we're in a peaceful town. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Of course. So, she says, with a heavy sigh as she sits on her bed. Is that all? Because I want to take a rest. Actually,
There is
yes.
but one thing. Have you heard any chatter about a prophet
Prophet?
in the town?
No, not really.
Well, be mindful of your children. Such words are being spread, and many sheep are being led astray.
I will be careful in that case. Thank you for your warning.
How may I repay you?
You don't have to. If you wish, you can leave a small offering at the shrine of Sharia. But if you really want to repay my kindness, then just be kind to others. That's what's important.
Weevil says, "Shh," under his breath.
Lethals, damn it. Alright.
Then I can't kill people.
I'll kill them with kindness.
I kill them with love. In the name of love. Sorry. Well. She looks at you expectantly, as if to say anything else.
I get up, start dressing, then
Oh yeah, because you're still half naked.
Yep.
Ben Swallow. And you two...
Is the exit this way? And I flex and point with both arms.
There's a single exit from this hovel.
Do you do the Scott
Are we supposed to
the Scott Hall NWO thing with pointing with both arms while you're flexing?
Yep.
One over the top. Yeah.
Yep.
Is it this way to the Arquebus show?
Yep.
The best
And
feeling
we,
about the gym, is the pump. As Arnold has to say.
Yeah.
You know that one.
Yes, I've seen Pumping Iron.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty explicit, if I have to be completely honest. Anyway, she says, then farewell. Mayhaps we'll see each other again.
Yep.
And with
And
that,
of course, Leopold says, "Nope, we're going to be straight out of town first thing in the morning."
Aw. And with that, you exit Illy's hovel, and I presume return to the Heartless Man. Yeah. And that's it for today. We'll end it here. Because it's late and I really need to go to bed.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, so for today's game, everyone gets 60. 10 points.
Character.
What's that sound?
Somebody washing dishes.
Ryan,
Yo,
what's that sound?
I was getting my notebook out to write down points.
10 points for everyone's character. Place of birth, Brian, Tylea.
I mentioned something about weddings being big in
Yeah,
Thailand.
that's cool. 10 points. I really like that part. Andrew, Talabekland.
Yeah, I kind of lazied out of it, but the going on about all the folk tales of vampires. But like I said, I kind of lazied out about it. So
I can give you 5 points actually for
Okay.
that, because you were mentioning some rural custom stuff like that.
right.
Jason
Yeah.
and Sean Visenland.
I chose to intervene with Leopold's attacker first.
Yeah,
And then
very
I
nice.
made the comment about how my father told me about how bridges are kept in the age of, the village, just kind of a little more of a family thing than a location thing. But
So I'll give you 5 points actually. Actually, no, 10, because helping your fellow man, because he's from Vicinant, was actually so nice that I'm going to give you 10. Sean?
The only thing I really did was just saying that the Vicenlanders stick together for going to the...
Nice, yeah. So 5 points for you.
Okay.
Nice. Religion, Brian. Run out for the coins for run out.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 points. Andrew.
Nothing really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason, I can give you any points because you've left the bodies. It's very unmorite thing to do.
not burying them.
Yeah, especially after fighting a vampire. I was actually surprised that you didn't ask Aloysius to, put them on the cart and then bury them in the village. Because I understand why you didn't want to bury them there. It's completely understandable. But it's still a big no-no for a Morai to leave bodies just like that. Just so you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. That was the Leopold was like, fuck them.
Yeah. Sean, Sigmar.
I think the only thing I really remember is saying something about Sigmar be praised about the wedding and.
But you were also saying something about the witch, I think.
Oh well, I think the witches. I said there are witches, and then there are witches.
Okay.
So
that also was not enough.
okay,
I think.
yeah, that's fine. I mean, I just my point was about that was just that there's people bandy about the term witch all the time, and so it's like, is she just an old lady that people don't like, or is she an actual witch?
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, that's fine. I don't think I did very Sigmar-y stuff today.
Yeah. Let's take now the star sign.
Righteous, fearless, merciful. I didn't want to leave the bodies in the road.
Yeah, nice.
I pulled him aside. I assumed Vincent was going to do like a prayer. I mean, I clearly wasn't going to bury him because that's a terrible place to do that. But I thought that's why we were moving him, so he could like cross their arms over their chest or whatever he does.
Okay.
Like that was my intention with it. Like I wasn't just getting him out of the way.
I can give you 10 for that. Andrew?
Mummet the Fool, sensible, intuitive, lucky. There was some wanting to get straight out of that town since it was clear we couldn't burn it down. But also asking some more questions. I think about the kind of job because it seems too good to be true kind of stuff.
10 points, definitely. 10 points. Jason?
Gungren's Baldric, militant profession of arms. Not a whole lot there. Fought pretty good, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean...
They actually fought really good.
Actually,
fought better than the rest of us.
Yeah, and you've helped Leopold. So
yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and you've really slashed that thing to pieces almost, so 10 points for you.
Yeah, I think he was the only one that actually connected.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing dodged all of my blows.
Sean?
The Cacklefax, the cockerel being cheap. I feel like getting every last penny off the corpses, demanding a payment up front, not paying the witch anything, or leaving a...
Yeah, and not, putting a lot into the war chest. 10 points.
I put in 2 into the war chest.
Okay. Yeah, he put in 20%.
Oh, okay. Well, still...
But that was me that only put 1 in.
Yeah. 10 points still.
Okay.
Doom, Brian?
The blind maiden shall weigh thy soul. I was really hesitant leaving Gennaro, but the reason I ultimately went with the group was because I assume, A, that he's still alive, and B, that he's consistently been 10 steps ahead of us, and he's handling himself, however.
Oh, he really is. He's he was also a good man. He was always a good, smart man, so he's out there, that. He is. Yeah, that's what's cool about this mental illness, is that it really fucks up with your head. So I can give you 5 points for that. What do you say?
Okay.
Doom, Andrew?
The sword shall bring no justice, only suffering.
Yeah.
I don't know that that really came up in any way. I mean, even thinking outside the box, there was no attempts to defuse anything or no, we had 1 combat, so I don't know that really came up today.
I don't think so, not really, honestly. There wasn't any chance for that, I think.
Yeah. Because,
Yeah. Jay?
The darkest rot shall eat thee from within. I think the only point or I kind of addressed that was trying to go back to the booksellers to get food
Yeah,
instead of
that's what I
going to the
thought.
innkeeper.
I thought that's what it was for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 points. Sean?
The hourglass shatters before the last grain falls. I mean, I was trying to get us to go. Yeah, but I was just trying to get us to go get our weapons and then get out of Dodge. But I don't know if that's necessarily exactly the Doom sort of thing or not.
Yeah, I can give you 5 points, because
Okay.
I think it fits. Strangely, it fits.
Yeah.
Brian, I'm not sure about giving you points for halfling today. I didn't really saw anything too halflingy, unless you can convince me otherwise.
I'm not sure if it's worth points, but my whole intention behind going with Andrew to the inn was just to be more homey, and like that was my main concern when we got to the town, was relaxing for a little bit.
Where was it that you were, there was something where we were walking and you were saying like, I'm gonna slow down and light my pipe.
Oh yeah.
And I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
what the fuck is that?
when you guys are talking about burning the village down.
The crypt, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 5 points. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, there was something about that. I was like, what the hell is this guy doing? He's lighting pipes.
Oh, we just almost died. It's a perfect opportunity to
To light a pipe.
indulge.
It's like a post-sex smoke, you just
Yeah.
post-near-death experience smoke.
Oh, now I've imagined Sally in bed with someone lighting a pipe after coitus. Oh man.
Yeah,
It's
you
good.
can see that on. There's movies of that online.
No, I actually don't, and I don't want to know.
They call me tripod.
But I never knew that you were into midgets, Andy. Midgets with hairy feet. They can do magic things with those feet. Anyway, that's all. And on that note, oh yeah, sorry. And everyone now gets points for the end of the chapter 2. So let me quickly tell you how much. Very well. Let's see those points. Okay, yeah. So everyone gets 10 points for treating Vendel Ott well. Everyone gets 10 points.
Good thing I didn't run him through like I was thinking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Everyone gets 10 points for avoiding combat with the Blausblut.
Oh, man, I almost messed up that
well,
one too.
I know.
Who found the bloodstain in Frau Gertrude's hen house?
I found the purple thing, but who found the blood stain?
I think
I
it
don't-
was...
It was in one of the back rooms, so it wasn't
No,
me,
it was in
because I
the
stayed
in the
outside.
hen house. I think it was...
I would have taken those notes.
It was Leopold or Lucas, I think.
I think it was Leopold.
Here, let me. It'll be in the notes.
Okay.
Wait, let's see. Let me get to the notes. That would have been what, on January 6th. Oh, that's older. Hold on. All right, let's see. Leopold.
Okay, Leopold,
Okay.
15
Yeah.
points.
15 points for chicken blood.
Yeah, while Lucas gets 5 points for the... no, sorry, who found the purple fibers on all
I
the...
found the purple. Yeah.
Purple fibers, alright, 5 points. Who found the piece of cloth? Actually, sorry, everyone gets 20 points for obtaining the piece of cloth from Old Man Eisen.
Yeah, that was kind of a big group thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so everyone gets 20. Alright, this... nothing... everyone gets 5 points for entering into the Schmidt abode. And everyone gets 10 points for treating Frau Schmidt kindly.
How many points? 10?
10.
Yeah.
Everyone gets 25 points for uncovering the murder of Kaspar Schmidt.
Sorry, I missed how many points was that?
25.
25?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing. And everyone gets 15 points for assisting the villagers with the monster menace.
You said 15?
15, yeah. And yeah, that's it for chapter 2.
That's a lot of points.
Was there much we missed?
Quite a bit, but not that much. Fortunately, not that much. Of course, I can tell you exactly what you've missed. Unfortunately, not yet. Actually, you know what? Everyone gets 10 points for interactions with villagers as well. Okay. So, guys, now let's see our calendar. What about the 17th?
I think it's going to be hard for me as I'll be in Vegas for my father-in-law's birthday.
Okay. 24th?
I think so.
I think that's good.
Yeah, hold on just a second.
Okay.
Yeah, currently I have nothing on the 24th.
Okay. Jay?
That should work.
Okay.
I'm going on a trip. I might have to look that up, see if that's that weekend or not. But, I'll let you know.
For now, let's keep the 24th. Okay. Okay, guys, cool. I am going to bed because I begin to see unicorns. And they all say Michael and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, Twisted Back, I don't recommend it.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for the game. You've gotten a lot of points actually, so you should probably get yourself some cool advances.
Yep.
Yeah, all my advances are like having to learn long-term stuff.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Still, you are getting closer to that goal every day, or every session.
I need an associate's degree in theology.
We're gonna wake up one day and speak like 5 languages.
Yeah,
And
yeah, and know astrology and mathematics.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, what's this? Theology degree? Awesome.
What? I'm a nuclear physicist now? Great. Anyway, see you soon. 24th it is for now.
Alright.
Stay safe,
Great.
man.
Thank you.
too.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.